Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, watch out, thought y'all wasn't gonna see me. I'm the Osiris of this shit. Hey, rest in peace, Juice Daily. You said in one of them interviews before you was gone, I'm your favorite rapper, dog. Forever humble by that. I'm trying to carry the torch. Yeah, and it ain't no more rappers. Everybody trappers, banging, slanging gangsters. Who you impacting with that language? Will it make you famous? I know that praising things will make you wanna take them angles, but I'm making changes for my daughter. I'm trying to raise an angel. So pick your role, or pick and roll. I'm so cold. I'm Iceman, Gervin, I'm Michael Irvin with the snow. You rap post, you go buy a rope and loop a hole and swing from the ceiling like 50 Cent at the Super Bowl. Or stick around and go bar for bar with my dark side. I got a graveyard full of dealing, your part of smart guys. When they pulled the race card, apartheid, but I couldn't keep running away like the far side. But I was built for this, drove across country behind the wheel for this. Get money in these bummy studios, shopping the skill for this. And with all due respect, I don't need no cash. I know of a feature for the people problem now. We building over here too, we just trying to make a living. In my humble opinion, I think our problem is division. It's an independent system, so them labels ain't leeching. And we can see how high it reaches when that bitch hit the speakers. Cause I'm a veteran. All these rappers light work, Edison. Talking about they in the game, they hold it, change measuring. The devil wants control over the voices in my head again. But what kind of man would I be to my kids if I let him win, huh?
Cympleman, Trailer Made. Thanks for the opportunity to be heard.
Hell to the nah, dog.
Yeah, man. What up, Curt?
Oh man, I was muted. My bad, dog. What's good?
Oh, I was like, what's he doing? What was you saying?
I was saying that's probably hands down one of my favorite 16 bars of all time. Like when I heard that originally a long time ago, I was like, yo, this is a 16. I didn't really honestly know what a real 16 bar challenge was. Like I didn't understand what a 16 bar challenge is.
Yo, I really appreciate that, bro. That is some real humbling stuff to hear, dog. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I try to always put a lot into everything. You know what I mean? And that one specifically, with it being a contest, I was like, man, I'm trying to melt everybody's face, you know, like I'm trying to kill everything, dog. So I appreciate that, man, because shit, Broadnex was the man putting it on. So you know that dude's a spitter. So try to make sure I was coming correct on that.
Well, not only that, bro, you could tell like you put your emotion into your music. That's one thing I learned early on about you. Like when I listened to Higgs Field, I thought just that whole album, if you don't really understand who Cympleman is, you don't really understand that music.
I think you're right with that, dog. I do. And I think I have a small cult following of people that love the shit I do. You know what I mean? And that's what drives me. Bro, it's funny you say Higgs Field, man. I'm going to tell you this. I put out that Jelly Roll open verse thing a day or two ago, right? The Sun Center one. And there's a girl on there that commented and said that her autistic daughter listens to Knock on Wood every time they get in the car before they go on road trips, like routine. You know, autistic kids, a lot of times if there's too much change or variation in the things around them, you know, it creates, you know,
tension, anxiety. Right. Yeah.
Exactly, man. So that soothes her. Like they get in there and they listen to Knock on Wood, which is on the Higgs Field album. And bro, that right there, just knowing that is enough for me. I'm good, man. I don't care if I make a penny, bro. This little girl likes to hear the song that I wrote in order to calm, you know what I mean? In order to a soothing environment for her, dog. So it don't matter to me if I make a dime or don't or ain't seen or nothing, man. Like that's winning to me, you know.
I get what you're saying. When you hit that booth, bro, you picture that little girl just listening to you sing. You know what I mean? Like that's your motivation.
Yeah, dog. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. That's why you don't ever know with the stuff you write and the stuff you do, who it affects. You know, you don't know who's listening, who it affects. We put this content out and we just, you know, we're done after we put it out. It goes where it goes, you know?
Yeah, I always say that, man. It seems like people put a lot of time into something and they think this is the one. This is what's going to change everything. And it's usually not that one. It's
Right.
usually something else that they didn't really want to put out, that they were unsure about, and people might catch the wrong vibe from this, and that was actually the one that meant the most.
Right. What I'm gathering lately is there's never going to be a one or this one or you when you're in your situation, this interview or this thing or whatever it may be. There's never going to be a one. There's just things you do and stuff you accomplish, and you
Right.
keep moving forward. There's value in all the work you do, so you just keep working, and no matter what. I mean, if something comes from it, good. If it doesn't, continue doing it because it's a love thing. It's for the love of it, you know. So
It's a resume, bro. And people were taught, you're taught that as an adult, as a person growing up, trying to build your career. You have to build a resume. People that come in that have nothing on the sheet, and
right,
they usually, we're looking for somebody else right now. As you
right,
build that sheet up, bro, and everyone's like, well, no one gives me a shot. Well, you got to create your own shots.
right.
That's the thing.
And you, bro, I give you some credit. You did that. We just had this conversation prior to being on the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. I remember when you came to that Trailer Made show. When was that? Is that a year ago now?
No, that was 8 months ago, about 8 months, almost a year.
Yeah, and you did the interviews with us and said, "Man, I'm about to build and I'm about to do this." And I told you a minute ago, like I didn't necessarily count you out, but you just hear that stuff all the time.
Right.
Everybody, you were just saying, everybody's got an idea or a thing that they're gonna do or something, and ain't nobody doing the shit. Nobody's sticking with it. You did. You have started creating. You've gotten interviews with some of the biggest people in this genre and things. You're definitely jumping up on YouTube. You're staying active and you're doing what it takes, man. So good job, Curt. I'm proud of you, dog. You're working, you're grinding, man. So keep that up.
I appreciate that, bro. And like I said from the jump, when I think it was February, I said, bro, regardless of anything that happens in my YouTube journey, I'm doing this for the independent country rappers because that's why I started doing this. I did this to give y'all a voice because I seen coming in, like I'll be real with you, coming in, I seen that I thought everybody was like, oh, what's up, bro? That's Cympleman. Oh, yo, that's Coca back there. That's JJ Hughes over there. And then I got here and I'm like, uh, I'm
We're-
missing something. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. So I was like, man, how can I make a change for something that I thought I believed in? I thought that that's how this was.
Mm-hmm.
Only way I seen doing it is create a reaction channel, create some sort of news outlet, some sort of media outlet that allows artists to speak, that allows artists to be known.
Right.
I mean, it was a no-brainer. So I was like, let's do this. And then as I kept going, bro, I just started thinking of different things that would increase the value of what I got, my resume.
Yeah, you doing it, dog. 100%. You doing it, man. And we appreciate that. And a lot of people don't even the smaller dudes that are on YouTube reacting to things and all that, like people that's doing it, and you'll see their videos and they got like 14 views or 30 views. All that is still beneficial, and I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. I can speak for us over here, on our side of things with the Trailer Made shit and all that. We love seeing that, man. We try to repost as many of them as we come across, and we've gotten a good amount of love on this compilation thing that just came out. So that's dope to see people. There's some reactors that are just getting introduced to us through like the double wide remix video. You know what I mean? And they're like,
yeah,
bro, I've never heard of any of these guys, but man, this shit is dope. And to me, that's the best compliment I can get. Like when you don't know me and you're a hip hop head and you hear me on a verse, or anybody, any of us, and you hear us on a verse and you're like, bro, I don't know this guy, but he's snapping. Like that's the best shit on earth to hear. You know what I mean? Because you can tell that person knows you put your time in. You know what I mean? That ain't just like your buddy telling you, yeah, man, you rap good. That's somebody that's a hip hop fan listening and saying, I like this dude's flow. I like what this dude's saying. That shit matters, Curt. Like you, bro. Same thing,
Yeah, I agree. Because when you're looking at, like, how do you gauge something? How do you understand what you're doing good, what you're doing bad? And look, I know for a fact that not everybody's going to like anything that anybody ever does, but you have to at least listen to it for what it's worth and appreciate something out of it, if that makes any sense to you.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's plenty of songs there's plenty of artists that I hear that are offbeat, or the beat doesn't really fit what their cadence is, but at the same time, they got bars. How can you cut somebody down off of what they're doing if you're not going to give them credit where credit is due? That
Yeah, exactly, bro. And I think we could all stand to use a little more love, and you know what I mean. Like
it's free.
Huh?
It's free. Love's free, bro. You could cut somebody. You could say, bro, that beat was dog shit. Your cadence, you were off beat. Your cadence was definitely not what you needed. But yo, you got bars. That how hard is that to do?
Well, motherfuckers, people kill me when people love getting in the comments and giving their opinion, bro. It is amazing the amount of people on this planet that think they need to voice a negative or a stupid opinion about something. It's crazy, man. I can't see. There's fun, and I can understand, like, if you just a boring, terrible, miserable person, how your life could just be trolling people. I could get how maybe that could be somebody's just so depressed with everything they got. All they got to do is troll. But there's people just do that, bro. Like, why don't you go outside and work on chipping a golf ball or something? You know what I mean? Why don't you start working with some wood around the house? Like, start making some
clean your kitchen.
Yeah, clean your damn house up, bro.
Yeah.
Get off the internet watching me telling me that I say too many I'm rapping too fast or something. Shut the hell up.
Bro, you know when you remember when you used to pass notes in school to the girl over at the other desk and you were writing a note and you'd pass the note? Bro, and then phones came out and then it was even better because you could text message. You could text all over the place. Bro, think of all the game you spit on those text messages and those notes.
Yeah.
And when it was time to pull, it was performance time. You were like, "Oh yeah, man, I might have to go. Man, my bike tires need pumped up. I need to figure." You know what I mean? That's what those chats are, bro. That's the way I look at those chats. Those people that are talking that way, they don't even know what they're talking about. They're just talking, bro. They're just down there pressing buttons together.
Great, it's great. I love it, man. I had somebody the other day went on a fucking like a 3-paragraph political rant. Oh, as a matter of fact, bro, go look at this when you get a chance. If you're just screwing around, under the double wide remix, I think somebody put like a three different quotes of political ranting about the country's going to hell under the Democrats and all this shit. And I was like, thanks, man. I'll tell all my country rapper buddies who are probably drinking Busch Light in their backyard right now about this. I'm sure we'll
yeah. What did they do? That's got to be copy and paste, bro. You mean to tell me you're coming onto a country rap song? Like they had to have listened to the song with the amount of time they typed the thing out, right? Probably try to skip to another one. Why would you even leave that there?
No, bro, probably just got spammed. There's probably like a spam bot, political spam bot or something. You know what I mean? It's just throwing shit out. You know what kills me, man? Here, we're gonna get off on some other shit. See if you have too. I get numerous texts from senators and shit on my phone. Like, do you get those spam texts?
No, I get spam texts from the same, like these people. They'll say, "Hey, it's Kim. Can you build me a barbecue grill? Hey, it's John. Can you build me a gate? Hey, it's Jim. Can you build me a barbecue grill? Hey, it's John. Can you build me a grate?" Because I have a Google. I think that has a lot to do with Google because I have a business on Google as a mobile welder. So I think that the spam bots see my number attached to the business, and they're just. One time somebody was trying to pay me half the money to build them a $3,000 gate. Half the money they want it shipped from Florida to like Kentucky, and they want it powder coated, and the gate's like 30 feet long. I'm like, well, what do you want?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that's a possibility, but you ain't even answering the phone. The email you're sending me is a copy off of YouTube or off of Google. It's like a blueprint from Google. I knew something was up. I don't understand that, dude. How there goes those are your texters or your commenters. How do you sit at home all day and text random numbers if you want me to build them a barbecue grill?
I think that's what I'm saying though. I think that's a phishing software that massively sends them out. You know what I mean? They probably have your information is probably coded under some certain business, and they spam the entire branch of that bill. You know what I mean? If they look up Florida, then they probably spam all them with that shit, and they're hoping to get a certain amount of information from you, whether it be, some people always send you the shit and want your, hey, I'm going to cash app you some money. What's your cash app? So they can start sending you the request for money so you can accidentally hit it. Or I mean,
We're the most valuable. Like when I did telemarketing, because when I was younger, I was like 17, 16. I was making a killing doing telemarketing. I mean, it was crazy doing those timeshares. It was mind blowing how much money was there. Well, if you look back, bro, we're the most valuable item in the market. They sell our identity. They sell all that information. Those dialers are loaded with the color car you purchased. When that computer screen would come up, depending on the level of how many times you filled out a survey for a free drink at McDonald's, how many times you filled out these
all that.
Wendy's things. Oh, bro, she likes chicken nuggets every Wednesday, cheeseburgers on Thursday. I could get real personal. I could call and say, "Hey, how are you? Did you eat chicken nuggets today?" "Oh yeah, I just left McDonald's."
Hey, bro, listen, I pranked my mom like that one time, dog, because it's not far fetched for this shit to happen. Me and my wife and my stepson were driving into town. This has probably been like 2 years ago. And I saw my mom pull through Wendy's and go out the other side. So I did the unavailable, you star 67 or whatever.
Yeah, star 67.
On her cell phone. And I said, hey, this is Ramon with customer service here at Wendy's. We saw your car pass through. Is there a reason you didn't stop in today? We're doing our help the customer program. And hey, she started freaking out, bro. She was quiet on the phone and she was like, "Excuse me, this is who?" I was like, "This is Ramon at Wendy's. We saw you pull through. We're doing our reach out to people program. Is there a reason you didn't come in and get any nuggets or anything?" And she
She's losing her mind. "How do you get my phone number by just seeing my car pulling through?" Oh my gosh, bro. You should have had her go inside. You should have been like, "You were the 5,000th car to drive through today. You won a free lifetime supply of chicken nuggets."
Bro, she started she was like, "Is this even legal?" And then she hung up the phone on me, and I called her back, and we were dying laughing, man. But that got her good for a minute. Yeah, I should have done that. You're the 5,000th drive-through customer.
I was running into oh my God, telling the people in the inside, "Man, I've won all these chicken nuggets." They would think she's losing her mind, dog. That's great.
Yeah, I have her admitted. Yeah. Come and arrest this lady. She's talking about getting free nuggets. Yeah.
Yeah, they would take her out there. They'd be like, "Ma'am, you didn't have a mask on." See, that's the thing, bro. I think the masks are about to come back. I know this is off topic, but
Right.
Cassius went to the hospital, and I can imagine now they probably made her put a mask on in the car sitting outside by herself.
Yeah. That shit, good God, bro. I seen some people. We went to a football game, the Jaguars playing the Raiders this year, and it was like 4 people walking around together, just one little family. And all of them have masks on in a stadium full of people without masks. You're touching everything. You're touching bathroom doors and all that. Like, is this really a thing? I mean, how the hell did COVID just evaporate anyway? That shit is gone.
Bro, you ever farted in the shower? I know this is way crazy of a question, but you ever fart? Those are the worst smelling farts, right? So I use the logic of a shower fart with the mask.
Oh,
If I can fart in my boxers and I can still smell it standing up here, then there ain't no paper filter that's going to prevent anything from cutting through the air. You know what I'm saying? There's no, you about to spit your drink out when I ask you that question.
Right. COVID's like a shark, bro, pretty much, right? COVID's
Yeah.
like shark disease, bro. You're smelling it and going through your mask. Didn't they say in the beginning, though, like one of them, like 30,000 of them little things can fit through a pore in a mask anyway? I mean, that shit was crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You mean to tell me if I shart in your living room, you're going to let me sit there? But I got underwear on. You can't smell it. What are you talking about?
If you shart in my living room, it probably won't change too much. My dog be outside wallering in a bunch of stuff too, so it'll probably just blend in. It might actually help the air in my living room.
It might intensify the
yeah. It might combine with that shit and make like COVID times 3, COVID 2.0.
I miss your videos, dog. You ain't shot a video in a while. You ain't walked around.
I ran out of. I couldn't think of anything good, man. I shot like 2 of them, and it pissed me off. Something about the lighting in here was pissing me off too, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna stop for a minute. I've been working on music, bro. I do have another album. Yeah, let's kind of maybe I need to talk about music. So
yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. I I got about 12 songs done right now, man. And honest to God, Curt, bro, everybody thinks that this is the best shit I've ever, but this is really some of the best shit I've ever done, dog. I shot a video down there with Breadwin for a song called Rescue Me. And the title's kind of ironic because it ain't really about needing rescue. Let me tell you this real quick, bro. I'm off the subject. I jump around a lot of shit.
Be good.
Have you seen that Stutz show on the documentary on Netflix? It's called Stutz, Stutz. That what's the fat kid on Superbad, man? What's his name? He did with Leonardo DiCaprio. He was in Wolf.
Oh, so Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill shot a documentary with his shrink. It's this guy named Stutz. He's got these revolutionary ideas, bro. You should watch it. It's about.
Hey, is that I think I seen the trailer. Does he got like really greasy hair and he looks like a Italian office worker,
kinda,
like on the front of it? Yeah.
But the hair, he was wearing a wig as a joke, and he's bald. He's
Oh, okay, yeah. What's it called? Stutz.
Stutz, Stutz, bro. Watch it and stick it out. It kind of starts slow because it's a real life documentary. It's like some of this guy's concepts I have never heard anyone put into words the way we perceive thoughts and things that hold us back in life the way this man did. And it's all about your perception. You're a deep thinker anyway, bro. Me and you have talked enough to know that you like to take that outside approach and look at things and figure out why this is going on, why people feel this way. And this movie, bro, watch it and text me and let me know what you thought about it, because there's some shit in there that everybody can benefit from. But anyway, I said that because after I watched it, I wrote this song, Rescue Me, which is pretty much about changing your own way of thinking, bro. I think you'll like this one. And me and Bradwin shot a video for it about 2 weeks ago when I was down there. That's going to be on the album. I got joints with the Sticks, Moccasin Creek, Corey, Dirty, Hard Target, Catfish Cooley's on one, SMG Jimmy's on one. And also, let me go ahead and get all this shit out real quick. On the 14th, Dirty and them's got a show up in Pennsylvania. It's Dirty, Corey Spires, the Sticks, Breadwin. So if y'all are anybody's listening anywhere near there, look it up. I'll repost the flyer in a minute.
Yeah, and it's if you buy 1 to 9 tickets, they're $15. You get a 10-pack, they're $100.
Right. Yeah. And on the 10th, I got a song coming out with the McAllen family, with them boys up there. What's it called? Million. It's with me and Teacher Preacher. I gotta look it up, man, so I get everything said right. This is how stupid I am now, Curt. You know what I'm over here doing?
What?
Looking for my phone.
No way, you're on it, huh? I walked around looking for my phone with it in my pocket, bro. So I feel that, dude.
Simple man, baby. Simple mind, baby.
You know what, bro? You know what? It's crazy, but that's one of the main reasons. Like, so I think you seen I got this. I got the Trailer Made logo tattooed right after the show.
Oh shit, dog. Let me see.
Oh, I'll move the camera. Here you go.
Oh yeah, I got.
That's in the Moccasin Creek music video that we shot at the Rebar, or that Breadwin shot at the Rebar. That Jeff and all them from Moccasin Creek. So anyway, man, I don't know why I always do that. I always do that with him. I always throw that in there. I don't know why I add his real name in there, bro. I did it in my reaction. I don't mean to, but I think it's because I met him as the real person and then learned who he was.
No, it's fine. I do the same type of thing because everybody knows Moccasin Creek, and Moccasin Creek was kind of the band and all that. Jeff retained that name, but when you say Moccasin Creek, it sounds like a band. So I always call him Jeff McCool too. But when you say that and people don't know his real name, you feel the need to explain it. You know, Jeff McCool of Moccasin Creek.
Well, when I met him as Jeff. It was, hey, this is Jeff. Yeah. He's Moccasin Creek. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I never heard his music. But anyway, back to that. One of the main reasons, bro, is when I came into doing reactions, right? I wanted unity. I want everybody to be showing out for each other. That's Trailer Made, bro. Trailer Made. I've never seen a group of people that will put a collab album together. You just talked about how many people are on your next album coming out.
I think everybody on Trailer Made. I think me and I think Crowny and Dolph, I still need to get a track with. I can't remember if me and Dolph have one or not. Well, originally I was going to use a double wide remix for my album,
right?
So that would cover everybody. But there's pretty much everybody on Trailer Made's on my album. I got to get Jim. Me and Jim Star's got to work on some shit too, man.
There you go.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dog. Yeah, yes sir.
You don't get, man, you're old school with that though, because I like that about you. You like the CDs, you like the old school feel of music. You like to put like the 2000s. I feel like the late 90s, 2000s, Cympleman's making sure that is in his songs, regardless of what anybody thinks.
Dude, listen, matter of fact, I got this up. I'm gonna play you this in a minute. I'm gonna preview something on here. If the sound's worth the shit, you have to tell me. But bro, nothing can about this new shit with the Spotify streaming and the Apple and all this shit just right on your phone. Nobody can tell me, and I'm sure people in the 60s felt this way about the 90s when they were like, yeah, but we had vinyl and all this. But bro, the experience of going and getting the CD off the rack, opening up, reading the artwork, looking at who featured on the album, checking all that shit out, who produced what. Like I remember, like, oh man, he got a track with Scott Storch on here. Oh man, he got a song produced by Manny Fresh or something. You know what I mean? Like all that shit don't exist anymore, man. People don't even. I mean, you drop singles with one piece of cover art now, and it's on the phone on the internet, and you just see the cover art. I mean, it's almost like videos are dying somewhat too. It's just. You remember going through your big CD books for your car, bro? It would take a whole day sometimes. I would be saving the cover art because I had a stack of CDs stuffed up in my closet where the extra plastic comes from, so that I might be able to trade them into smoking CDs for something different. Yeah, you get it. You see. He said, I love those days. It was a whole, you had to make the poster. Yeah, that's what's up. I saved this shit for like 20, man, I don't know, 15, 20 years. And I had a shoebox just full of the inserts from all those albums, man. There's P.D. Pablo, T.I., 8 Ball, Chamillionaire, Outkast, all the, Method Man, DMX. DMX is dead now, Pac, all this shit. I had these just sitting in there for years, man. And I was like, I started coming up with this idea for the studio. I was like, man, I'm going to cut all these, put them on this board and hang them up. And I ain't finished getting them up there yet. But yeah, that type of experience is not around. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you know why? You know why it is, dude. And it's crazy. I'm glad you pointed this out, because that experience was created because of mainstream artists that were very new to mainstream. If they were mainstream and they were passing CDs out. Even I remember DMX, that you could buy DMX CDs in trunks of cars, at gas stations. P.D. Pablo, same way, bro. Like I found P.D. Pablo off some slowed down rap out of Greenwood in Clearwater. Like I didn't even know who P.D. Pablo was until I heard him slow down, and I'm like, yo, this dude's pretty dope. Let me go find his. So they pioneered selling music out the trunk. You know what I'm saying? But then mainstream is now taking over, and it's streaming.
And it's not the same to me, man. I don't know.
If Morgan Wallen started selling CDs out of his trunk right now, I guarantee you a lot of people will fall in suit. A lot of people would say, because Morgan's doing it, we got to do it. Bring back the old days.
Morgan Wallen should remix all his stuff. He should do like Linkin Park did when they did the remix with the rappers with Jay-Z and all that on there with the Reanimation album. Morgan Wallen should do that. Put some rappers on there and fucking go to his shows. And the only way you can get it is to get physical copies with artwork in there. Now that'd be some gangster shit. But
the people are afraid to do that, dude. People are afraid to make moves like that, because I feel like they're worried that if they get too much attention doing that they're going to get shut down.
Probably, man. Everybody worries too much about everything anyway, bro. Everybody's fucking image and all this dumbass shit. You can't say anything. You want to be a certain way and fit in a certain box. You don't want to offend nobody. Shut the hell up, man. Just make music and all this. Everybody's worried about their image on Instagram and shit. It's just so fucking lame to me, man. I'm just over that shit, man. Like, I don't know. I guess I am old school like that.
No, I think you see it the way I feel like there's only two options. There's people who are going to like you or people are not going to like you. There's nothing. And then you're going to have people that are going to pretend either way. They're going to be like in the middle. But for the most part, I'm not going to change my life because I feel like this group of people over here don't like what I'm doing. Because I know there's another pocket of people over here. If I'm basing it off of that, it's going to be 50-50 regardless.
Yeah. Well, that's why exactly like the people I'm making music with, and you said it already, like these trailer made guys, like we kind of live by that. We're like, man, we're going to do what we do. If you like it, you like it. And if you don't, then move on, man. We're not going to like, bro, me and Ryan dropped that window seat song. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's doing that, bro. I dressed up like a nerd in that video, and we love you, bro. If that song did not get 5 views, it was totally worth doing for the experience of you have Curt. Next time we do something like that, bro, if you're in Spring Hill, you got to come out with that because the actual shooting of the video was so hilarious. It was worth more to have that evening to shoot video with my boys and us laugh about the shit than it's even worth for the thing to get out. If it gets out and it does anything good, that's a bonus. I've already had the fun experience with it, you know?
Right. No, I remember filling up buckets of water with Seth Anthony and walking back and forth just to fill up the kiddie pool to shoot the Moccasin Creek video. I thought that was cool. Like we were stepping, Rebar's septic tank was overflowing on the one side. They didn't that thing was all backed up. We had to step around piles of shit to get out there. Like it was that, I get it. And it's funny looking back on it. It was like, damn, that was great, bro. We were doing our thing out there. And that is why early on, I told my wife, I'm like, Cympleman don't need to do music for anything other than he just wants to do it. He don't promote it. He's got a job doing, he don't need the music. And it makes sense. And that's why I feel like you just rap, dog. I'll give you that.
Well, I love it, bro. And I've loved it, my whole life. I've wrote rhymes and shit since I was little, man. I've loved it. And I wouldn't say I don't need them. I know what you mean because of my situation with my job. Like I busted my ass to be where I'm at. I'm thankful for every bit of that. And it's hard when you have kids and a family to say, I'm going to walk away from all this in order to try to pursue a dream because dreams ain't concrete. I always say like Outkast said, you can't gamble feeding baby on that dope money. And that's essentially what them shows are. You don't know if you're going to make $5 or $700 on a night. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean more validation of it. I mean the validation of you don't, you do your music and you don't care if 5 people, I mean, you do care at the end of the day, but
that's right.
You said earlier, 13 people could see it. 13 views, right? 13 views. What I've always thought about is it only takes one person in there to be a producer to put you in the biggest show you've ever seen in your entire career.
And so, dude, I'm thankful for that opportunity to work with Collie Park and do the Yin Yang song. That was insane, man. I never even expected that, bro. These are some of my childhood idols and things. Yin Yang, the guys that invented like twerk music and stuff. You kidding me? I'm gonna do a song with them. Like, some people got a bad taste in their mouth. Like, there's all this ass shaking going on and stuff. Man, that's the Yin Yang twins. What do you think you think we're gonna get on here and rap about poetry or 4x4s or something?
It's hip hop. It's hip hop. At the end of the day, bro. And a lot of that music, and this is something people don't understand. Yin Yang twins, those songs like that, they didn't put those out and the next day they were bangers. Right. Those things sat back. Look at Vic XL with his song with Vic.
Wow. Yeah.
Bro, that thing sat forever and they had to push that thing and push that thing and push that thing and eventually boom. So you don't know. You could be looking at possibly the introduction to booty shaking country rap 5 years from now. That could have been it right there.
Bro, ain't that a crazy ass thing to even say, bro? Booty shaking country rap. I bet you Bubba kind of did that already anyway. You know what I mean? Bubba
Yeah, but it wasn't introduced into the urban community. Like that, people don't understand that is so important. If you really want to see a genre completely pop, you got to reach everybody. You can't tell me you ain't been to some broke down trailer in the sticks with a bunch of white girls just straight shaking their ass for no reason, bro. For no reason. It don't. There wasn't no music. There was music on, but they're just in the kitchen. They're just cooking. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't reach that community, it ain't all about just sitting down writing heartfelt music riding in your car, bro. There's more to it. Like that's why I love FJ Outlaw, because FJ appeals to that nitty gritty, come get you country boy. You know what I mean?
All right, bro. FJ's dope. Yep.
You got to spread that love in country rap, in any music. You got to shake that ass.
And that's one thing too, Curt, that you just said, bro. Like, if you've been rapping as long as I have, and a few more of us that have been in here doing this stuff this long, there wasn't a country rap lane. There wasn't a lane there wasn't this many tools that's even before YouTube and stuff. You know, I'm talking before all this internet boom shit. There wasn't tools and things in a country rap lane where, hey, it's okay for you to rap and say this and that, and we're gonna accept almost everybody with open arms. You know what I mean? This was hand to hand, out in the street, out in the club, wherever you're going, open mics and shit. And you had to be a rapper or you were embarrassed and booed off stage. Bro, I remember I was in a group and we did a show, a gong show where they gong you. Mm-hmm. We had won 2 nights in a row.
Like those big things they do at Yamato's for your birthday. Boom. Yeah, okay.
Gonged us, bro, in front of this whole club, man. Gonged the shit out of us up there on our third week in a row going there. And bro, that, like, if you can't take that type of stuff, getting booed and you know all that, if you can't take all that and keep going, you wasn't gonna make it, and you wasn't gonna still be doing it. You know, anybody that's still rapping or making music after 10, 15, 20 plus years, some of us, they have been let down so many times in their life and booed and disappointed so many times that the only thing that can keep them going at this point is the love of making the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
You know what I mean? It ain't the money. It ain't the, well, hell, for me, it ain't it is the fans, but it's not the fans. Like, I don't have millions of people, you know what I mean, watching my shit. So that's not a reason for me to get in here and write and rap.
Right.
It is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like everything I put out is going to go, you know what I'm trying to say, Curt.
But I don't get the whole people, to me, I feel like it would be hard to say that I write for 3 million people anyway, because it goes back to what you said, man. Like, the ones that really impact you are the ones that are going to catch your attention. And sometimes I feel like artists should not grow as fast as they want to grow for that reason, because you got to develop yourself and you got to develop a fan base that you believe in, that you're going to work for. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true. Yep.
If one day you wake up with 1 million subscribers, you got 1 million people that you know absolutely nothing about, and they don't know nothing about you. So when you go to sit down, that's why I feel like writer's block comes from. People are like, I've been singing about myself forever. I want to write something to my fans. What about my fans do I know? Oh, let me go look on YouTube for a screen name. That ain't knowing anybody.
Right. Yeah, what I mean is just like, basically, I got a little, what I'm saying is just like, you know, it's got to be for the love at the end of the day, because that's something that would keep anyone going, anyone that's done all this for a long time. If they ain't fucking if they're not Justin Bieber or Post Malone by this point, then they're doing it for the love of doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Those people, they know fans, they know the fans. I didn't understand this, and this is why I'm speaking on this. When you come in here, you see these artists and you're like, oh, they got some fans, you know, they got a large following, whatever. You don't understand what it took to get to that. Even yourself, bro. Like, a lot of people would go, oh, this guy's been rapping for 4 or 5 years on YouTube, 5, 6 years, whatever. They don't understand the nightclubs and the open mics and getting gonged and Nobody really understands that other than yourself. So you put that into your music. People don't listen, they'll never understand that. That was what my frustration is coming and doing these reactions, because people didn't give nobody a shot. I look at country rap as the same thing as trap rap. It's rap. It's just a different pocket of people. I put people in country rap that don't even associate with country rap, because it's what they're rapping about, what they're singing about, what they're talking about is what I feel like country rap associates with.
Right. Yep.
I mean, I can swing Zach Spade, and I'm comfortable with saying this. I could throw Zach Spade into just straight rap, mainstream rap, and sometimes he makes a song. I say he's country rap. He will tell you that. Walla P the same way. Like, you have to understand that it's so one sided, man. Music is created to be so one sided now. It never used to be that way. Music you could listen to. I listen to whatever, bro. I'll go to Five Finger Death Punch, Coca, Cympleman. I'll come over here. The Toby Keith. I'll roam all around, dude. I don't care. It's what sounds good.
Yeah, man, I agree. I agree, bro. You can't just stick in one lane, bro. Like, anybody that listens to just solely one form of music is missing out, because there's beautiful music in all different genres, and especially country, man. Like, being a hip hop fan and all that, I tended to want to steer away from country music, even though I heard it everywhere I went growing up. I used to be like, I'm not on that country shit. I like hip hop. I like rap. I want to listen to this and this. And that was just being, like a rebellious kid kind of. But going back, bro, country songwriters are definitely some of the best ones ever,
Right.
They put the heart and soul in it, man. Like, shit, you can't really mess with somebody like Alan Jackson and Garth Brooks and them on songwriting, man, because those dudes did it. It's like poetry,
I feel that, bro. And rap, anybody that listened to rap growing up, I pushed on country music hard. Like, I didn't want to listen to it because everybody at family events were listening to it. My grandmother listened to it. All my friends' parents listened to it. They were playing bluegrass songs at the campfire every time I went to camp. I just wanted to listen to the Bone Thugs. I wanted to get away from, you know what I'm saying? I needed to get back to my mom's, to get across the street to Robbie's house. So Robbie had all these tapes in his back shed that we would put up. Man, I needed the Tupac. I needed that. I didn't want to listen to the country.
You know what? That was around that same time. It's like you were looking to I don't want to necessarily say break the mold, but it's like you were looking for your own voice, stuff that spoke to you. And let's be honest, like, gangster rap was like a rebellious type of music. It was like, you ain't gonna tell me shit. I do my own. I do whatever I want to do. I say what I want to say. You can't tell me this ain't. So it was like something to attach to. And
Redwind's got a good point of view through that with White Boy.
Yeah, bro. Bradwin DeVille and Dirty and Jeff Sticks, all these, I don't want to just single a couple people out, but there's some of the most underrated lyricists in this country rap lane. Some of the stuff that Bradwin says, and bro, he's really good with the poetic, real shit.
I agree.
He's got some new stuff he's working on, man. He played me one about Juice. I don't know if you know this or not, or realize this. I mean, you probably do, though. You do your homework. Bradwin and Juice was in that Fort Knox group a while, and like everywhere they were coming, we were all doing shows together, man. And it was never like Bradwin shows up and JB shows up. It was like them; they were always together. Even when I went down to Spring Hill to do some Hard Target, when we were doing Hard Target, the band shit, when I would come down there to do some videos or stuff, Bradwin would come to shoot it, JB would be there. Everywhere they went, they was together, man. So with Jay passing, it's been kind of, he goes through some stuff. He's gotten better now where he can talk about it a little bit, but he wrote a song about it recently. And I'm telling you, Curt, when it comes out, man, it's really insightful. It's a look inside how he feels about it all, Like,
bro, that's insane, dog. I can't. I think it's turntables. Him, Big Buzz, and Juice. When I heard that, I kind of understood. I don't know what was the last music they put out together, but bro, it's so crazy how relationships are built between people, and then like later on in life, it makes that person like it sucks to say. I feel like Breadwin's gonna find the good out of it. I feel like this is gonna create him to be a bigger artist than he could have ever dreamed, because the emotions that are drawn from loss is what create that resume of music, bro. Like
Yeah, yeah,
he's poetic.
yeah. Bro, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of shit with what went on with Jay that is just nuts, man. If you go listen to their album, Beyond Cordials, there's a song on there called Follow the or Dancing with the Stars. Did you ever, when we're done here, check.
That's off of his album.
It's a Fort Knox album. It's called Beyond Cordials. And there's a song I got on with him and Jay. And Jay's singing the hook. And the hook is Jay singing, I'm about to ride to the middle of nowhere with a blunt in my hand. Follow the stars, and I know when I get there, I'll be dancing with them. Pouring out for the people we love as we take one last sip. Follow the stars, and I know when I get there. I think he said I'll be dancing with them again. But basically in his verse, he's talking about dying, bro. He's talking about not taking for granted being around people. Like he says in his verse, don't take for granted the smiles and simple conversations. And Bredwin in his verse talks about the deaths he's had to deal with in the past with his friends. And it's just such an eerie song to hear now. It's like a weird peace of mind. You know how and I'm not getting off on no weird shit right here, but this is really, in my life experience, this is what I can compare it to. You know, when they said Tupac was going to die, he started writing all this, or he might not even realized it, but he wrote poems about dying, and in his music, he kind of started hinting towards he might die young and all this. Like, it almost seems like Jay had that understanding without even knowing it, bro.
I believe that, bro. I believe that there's something else that your brain is strong, dude. Your brain is, I feel like people know it long before they know it. And it's an example with just more than music. There's people that we all know in our personal life that you see them start taking a direction, and then bam, something happens, and you're like, man, I wonder if they kind of seen what was coming and they had no idea. Like, your brain does that, dude. I feel like you're right, 100%.
Yeah, I think Jay, and then we went back, and Ryan actually on the Trailer Made compilation album, you know, the hook he's got with Jay where I got nothing else to say.
Yeah.
Just walk away. Like,
Yeah.
That was a hook we had. Ryan had, you know, from one night that Jay just came over. Like the fact that he recorded that and said that, those words, it's just crazy, bro. It's like not a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much with what he was saying on Dancing with the Stars, and even in Bredwin in my verse where we're talking about certain things. It just doesn't feel like a coincidence, man. For our little community and our little fans that know what Jay meant and who he was, like, that matters to them. They know the big story there. Like, Jay came around at these shows, bro, and he just loved, dog. I don't think he ever met a stranger, and everybody loved. He's just a positive
people person.
Yeah, man, 100%.
He found the good in somebody and loved them for the good, and look past what other people might go, man, that dude looks like a low life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. He just had fun, man.
Well, that's what helps his legacy live on, is stories like this, bro. Like, maybe you're right. Maybe the message behind that music is to make sure you keep listening as much as you can and cherish it, because it tells a story of what I was.
Yeah, 100%. And it was just crazy, bro. Jay was just genuinely a dude that when we was around doing things and all that, you could see that he's happy to be there. He lived in the moment. You know what I mean, Curt? Which a lot of people don't do. I'm guilty of that shit. I'll be getting there to a venue and be like mad at sound check or something like that, and not be thankful that I'm even there to perform for 9 people or 300 or whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
A lot of people get let. I feel like people let emotions get into things that shouldn't get into. Because you're right, like a sound check's important, but if you weren't worried about the sound check before it's time to perform, you shouldn't bitch about it. Like
Right.
you got to look at. You're right when you said that. I think about everything else before I think about what I'm being told. I like to look past what's happening to try to prepare myself for what possibly could happen. That's the definition of anxiety. Worried about possibly things I can't control. But if I make sure I can control all the things around it, you're right. You got to live in the moment. But if you're not living in the moment, you can't bitch about what you're doing then.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Life's crazy. Music's underrated because I feel like people use music for all the wrong reasons. I feel like people listen to music just because they want something playing in the background, like a white noise.
Right.
They don't use music for the lyrics of it.
I particularly don't feel like this genre does too much of the lyric listening to. Like I think that sometimes the stuff I write is too complicated. And I don't mean that in I'm a complicated genius. What I'm saying is like I try to write bars and clever metaphor stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's
No, I know. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to offend you. I was actually gonna say you confuse people.
I think sometimes I do, yeah. I don't think all the time I do now, but I think sometimes I get off on some kind of little tangent and I'll be like, look, I linked that with this because
yeah. I was just gonna say you'll pull the first bar, and you'll still be talking about the first bar in your eighth bar, and you're like, wait a minute, whoa. Is he and Kenny pointed that out. I think he called it a double entendre. He'd be talking about Cympleman squad and entendre. He'd be freaking out if you did. You know what I'm saying?
Like one thing I did on one of them albums that I thought was like one of the dopest lines ever. I don't think anybody caught it was fuck, hang on, I'm not gonna be able to think of my own lyric now. Hang on, it was like yep, in my white tee. Yep, in my white tee, you can keep your salary. I'm no franchise boy, no. Yep, in my white tee, you can keep the flattery. I'm no franchise boy, no cap on my salary.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a dope line, and nobody, you know what I mean? It's going because that's like
the white tee, the franchise boys. Yeah.
Boys. Also, if you are franchise tagged as an NFL player,
yeah,
you are capped. Your salary is capped. Also, no cap means I ain't lying about the money I'm making. Bro, I thought that I was like, oh, I'm killing them with this fucking line.
You did one with what's the football player from the Cardinals that you put in the symphony? Ruggs, Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs.
That slipped people say it slipped mine too. And then when I was like, wait a minute, ain't that a football player that did he get arrested for a gun charge or something?
I am just fucking Ferrari in Vegas. Bro, that's why if you give these like 21, 22-year-old kids $1 million contracts and move them to Las Vegas, what you think?
Oh my gosh. See, you can, yeah, bro, I get it now.
That's why I said I'm more dangerous than popping 20 drugs and hopping in with Henry Ruggs when he got
Oh my God, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
That one went right over the top of my head, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It does a lot of people, man, because I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not really gonna change the way I write, though, Kurt. You know what I mean? It's like I care, but I don't really care. I just want to write good rap shit. You know, I like rapping, man. So that's
you're not gonna dumb down your lyrics to try to appeal to what. Yeah, I feel that.
But I got song on the new project. Everything ain't me just killing the track, man. I wrote a song for my daughter. I wrote a song like that Rescue Me song. I'm really big on that one. There's just going to be a bunch of different feels on this next project, man. And hopefully I'll start rolling things out in the next month or two, man. I'm trying to do things the right way now. You know what I mean? Instead of just throwing shit out there and hoping that it happens. Yeah, like this has been 8-9 months worth of work on this project ever since me and Bredwin dropped our EP middle of the year last year. I've been focusing on getting this album done right, get videos done right, and I'm gonna try to put it out the right way, you know.
That's all you could do, bro. Use that community tab. I didn't think it. People say, "Oh no, nobody clicks likes, nobody comments on it." But at the end of the day, you'd be surprised how many people. So I've even shared my own thing on my own community tab because it feels like it runs better for people to see something simple than the entire video. I don't know, bro. People are so quick to not want to click from one page to the other page. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah, me too, man.
It's hard to really want to market yourself when you post something on Instagram and like, check this out. And I bet you a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God. When I go to my Instagram and I post a link, if I click that link from my phone, it takes me to a stupid web browser YouTube app that I'm not even signed into that'll
Right.
allow me to see the video, but I can't comment. So the only way I can comment on it is if I close that down, go to YouTube, and I look that video up manually and then find it. So I feel like sometimes rather than promote it as hard as I can on Instagram, where I know people aren't going to want to click on it, I just go on over to YouTube and promote. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, dude.
Yeah, no, that's probably the best way to do it. Yeah, I need to definitely use all that community shit more than I do. Man, that shit is all this stuff is becoming like a full-time. It's like a full-time job, bro. It really is. To be a content creator like you are, man, like that is a grind, man. That is a always on your phone, having to comment back to people, share this, share that. It is a grind, bro, and it is tough to stay on top of that. It truly, because if you just get caught up with your own life, man, 24 hours ain't nothing to go by. And once you miss a day or two, then people's like, he ain't hot no more. I'm not messing with him.
Yep. It sucks, dude. And it's crazy because people think, and it ain't hard. It's not super hard to start out. You got a phone, you can do it. But it's once you get going that you got to continue. And people are like, oh, well, so and so did this and so did that. But yeah, at the end of the day, so and so could do whatever they want. I've seen multiple people that so and so did this and so did that for, and they're still not progressing. If that makes sense, I
Right.
feel like that goes back to that building the resume. You can show me a whole forest of trees and I need wood, but that don't mean that you're gonna help me chop the trees down.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yep.
I mean, so the way I look at it is I'm gonna chop the trees down, and some people chop trees down over here all at once. Like I try to stay in the pocket and move over here for a little bit and promote it on YouTube, and then if it's running there, I've seen people that got millions of views on TikTok videos of the video that they got on YouTube that's got 47 views.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how that shit, man. I don't know, bro. I just don't have the time. I just don't have, I'll be honest, I don't have the patience to figure out what works and what don't. So what I'm going to do with my life and my music career might not be the right thing, but I'm going to figure out things as they come to me, as I get them, and that's where they're going to go. And if somebody comes along that's like, hey, Cympleman, you're at a point in your life where you need to have someone manage this page and manage this shit and manage that, then I'll hear what they're talking about. And if they're going to really do a good, you know what I mean? We'll do a trial thing and we'll see. But right now, I know I'm not near that. But it's just tough, man. And then, like, you sit around your house and you got your kids or you go to their sporting events and things like that, and you're on your phone trying to share a video or do a live because a video you got's dropping, a music video's dropping. You want to be in the chat with all that. It's like, damn, man, sometimes I just get pissed. I don't want this phone controlling every second I'm away from my job. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm guilty of that, bro. And it goes to the chain. It goes, it pisses me off. This is a topic that I'm passionate about because it's simple as this. I know there's not 100,000 people that want to be content creators, but I know there's a bunch of content creators, there's a bunch of fans, and there's a bunch of artists. If the fans would share content and the fans would share reactions to content,
that's true.
It would cause the content creators and the artists less work trying to promote it on it, bro. If we had fans that would come in and grab one of your songs and make TikToks, we do have those fans, but they're few and far between now.
But you know what, bro? Everybody wants to just look at shit one time. Look at shit one time. This is what you got. You got people you got a lot of people that are checking up to see if he's really gaining momentum, if he's really doing what he said he was going to do, and they're just pushing play on it, and they're watching it one time, and then they're going the fuck away, and do
That's facts, dog. That's facts.
Yeah, that's all it is. They're like, oh, well, he told me this was dropping. Let me see. Bam. Watch it for 30 seconds. Okay, I'm done. And then they never share it. They never do nothing. And I'm guilty of that. We all are kind of guilty of that. You can't depend on people to make your whole career. But you're right, though. It would be so much easier if when you put something out and you say, hey, please hit like and share this. I bet you 90% of the people that read it don't even do that shit.
No, that's why the YouTube polls are cool to know, because YouTube has an option where you can ask a poll. Like sometimes I'll say, hey, should I go live? I did it the other day. And you get a feedback. People will vote. Oh, yeah, maybe you should. Because I know, and look, I'm not narrowing it down to everybody's like that. Everybody's guilty of that, meaning at some point where you're like, oh man, I'm not sharing that. It's boring. I'm tired of my people seeing it. That's okay. I don't mean nothing bad about it. But if we have more people that were just willing to share it all the time, the people that share it all the time wouldn't have to do it, is what my point is. So,
Right.
because I hate sharing shit sometimes. I'll be like, man, I'm overloading these people. They're probably hitting block. But
well, what I get mad about doing is with myself is like, man, I ain't been on no live or nothing in a while. Then I'll wait till a project's about to drop and then I go live. So I'm only on here. I'm like a freaking door-to-door salesman or something. Like, hey,
yeah,
remember me? I'm got a video dropping, But I mean, it's just tough to have the time to do all that. Like, I don't just make music, so I got other stuff,
yeah,
what I mean?
bro. But you know what? You're funny and you can rap, so you could do like you can make a day of the week. You can make like every 2 weeks you go live on a Saturday and freestyle with Cympleman. Saturday morning free, and you just wake up and hit your algorithm in the morning and promote your music, shoot some raps on there. You know, makes people laugh, and then out of there.
I tell you what I think I'm gonna do, bro. 52 verses, 16 bar verses is all I would have to write to drop a verse a week, do a video in here. It'll be like Mercules Mondays, how he did that forever.
Well, I got a 16 bar challenge. You could use that beat. JJ Hughes did the beat. It's up on my challenge or on my channel. You got till March for that bad boy.
Yeah, I might end up. That might be the first one I do it with. Then
that's important, bro. Those things. That's why I'm doing them. I mean, the beat obviously is up for grabs, but if somebody doesn't know you as an artist, say they listen to 3 Cympleman songs that are all real bar heavy and they don't pick it up, or it's sad or it's somber, like you got some really, really deep songs, bro. Like I don't mean to bring it up, but the one with your mother, bro, that one touches me. Bro, that song gets me in my, you know what I mean? That one gets me. Yeah, bro, that one gets me.
I got the most. This is why back to this. Like the lady saying her daughter listens to Knock on Wood. I got the most positive feedback in my life from Clouds, because it's basically a song about dealing with a family member that gets Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
and, you don't hear a bunch of people talk about that stuff. But I got so many people commenting on that and telling me my mom's going through the same thing or my grandma's going through the same thing, and I really found comfort in your music. Like that. That's the type of shit that matters to me, man. That's crazy to even know that, bro. To know that you may have helped someone through a time in their life when they're telling a loved one goodbye,
right?
Because it leads to death, man. There's no cure for the shit, just ways to cope, and that's
well, if you listen to that without actually listening to it, you don't notice what it's about, bro. That's what my point is. But you make an emotional connection with anybody that takes the moment to listen to that song. So me, sometimes I don't really like listening to stuff about that. So if I happen to find you and I find you by that, and I'm not in an emotional state that I want to listen to something like that, and I catch what you're talking about, and I turn the station, that's where I feel like these open verse and the 16 bar challenges, they step that up to the next level, because now you see a side of an artist that might be a little bit more hardcore, or a little bit, you can mix it up all the time. You can do a country, you can do a rap, you can do R&B, and people are like, damn, I want to hear Cympleman's new 16 bar. That's where Blind Fury takes the attention for me, because I feel like that man just has been doing what they've been doing since BET 106 and Park days. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing it. He's keeping it true to what he knows. He can't see things changing around him. That makes sense.
right. Yeah.
I mean, physically, he can't see the things changing. So he's sticking to what he knows is true in hip hop and what helps hip hop grow. I feel like if country rap would grab that, they would go, oh snap. Coca just did it with the country rap symphony.
Bro, it's still so crazy to me that Blind Fury is in this lane. Like I remember the Blind Fury times. I remember those battles and all that. I remember tuning into that. Like 106 in Park was like a daily thing. That and the TRL countdown, like that was everybody was watching that shit. Like those Freestyle Fridays, that was crazy. I remember watching that dude and being like, oh, I remember he did I think there was actually an MTV battle he did one time too against a guy. And I think the other guy did end up getting him, but Blind Fury was always dope as hell with the shit he did, man. He's always, and for him to be, have the condition he does or the, whatever you want to call it, for him to be a battle rapper, that's insane, bro. For
I know.
a good battle rapper, and the man is missing the major tool of battle rapping.
Yeah.
Being able to look at your opponent and rip them up. And for him to kill people, that's just crazy, bro. Hats off to Blind Fury, man.
I remember listening to him battle rap, and what they would be saying about him would be making me mad. I'm like, yo, I don't know how this dude's holding his composure.
That's how that shit is. That shit is the Wild West. And that's what people in this lane don't get, I don't feel like.
No, they don't.
I can say whatever I want to about anybody. It don't matter. You come at me, the gloves are off. Battle rap, the gloves are off, man. There's no limit. You can make things up. It doesn't matter. But it's like, of course, there's gonna be, you can talk about whoever you want to. You better be ready to back it up. If you say you're gonna knock somebody out and you see, then you might get your nose broken, all that. But what I'm saying is, though, as far as punchlines and things go in battle rap, there is no limit to what MCs can do to each other and have done on record already. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's how it should be. It should stay right there in that on that mic, though. That I feel like people break that. I feel like social media has caused that divide. I feel like nowadays everybody's so afraid to say something about somebody else because they're worried about the backlash. Exactly. The fans thinking, well, how are you gonna do this to him? Yo, this is rap. Like you can't be rappers. This ain't R&B. This ain't country music. This ain't, I hate to say it like that, but this is what I feel. Country music fans infiltrate and are all over country rap. So if you're a fan of country music and you like rap, of course you're not really going to support it. You listen to country music, let's be honest. And there's a lot of people that listen to country rap only because of a few individuals.
I agree with that. I think that the country music mentality is not necessarily what a rap fan mentality is. And a lot of times with country rap, you get people that think they're a fan of rap and they think they understand what rap is, but they just think that rapping's cool because the words rhyme and they can understand what you're saying. So they judge it like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like, I think a lot of country rap fans are like, hey, we finally got some country boys doing this shit now. This is my music. This is my people now, my country rap stuff. And it's like, okay, bro, but this is still rap too. So
yeah,
it'd be good for me to say it's good. You know what I mean? Like, you can say that it's good. People might think I suck. I don't care. They can have their own opinion. But I got my opinion too. You know what I mean? And it's like just because you are a country boy and you can rap on beat and you can say things that make sense doesn't make you a good rapper. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And that's at the end of the day. A lot of people don't like to hear that opinion, but I don't care. People may.
Well, this is my thing. You gotta leave room for that though. Like, you have to have a top, you gotta have a bottom, and you have to. So, but I get what you're saying. You gotta come correct. Like, I feel like a lot of them try to slide in and become superstars out the gate.
Right.
And And there's a lot of people, bro. Shout out to Outlaw Nation. I didn't even know who a lot of those dudes were, and I've just been starting to dig deeper into these guys. Like I feel like TrailerMade and Outlaw Nation and these independent labels, they need to be addressed. Like y'all are putting on for your own people. You're you're doing what everybody as a group collectively should do, if that makes sense. You're being examples. You're an example of a successful label, an independent country rap label that has, if you can't sit down and go to TrailerMade and find an artist in TrailerMade Records that you could listen to on a daily basis, then you don't listen. You're not a fan of country rap. You're a fan of something else.
I think so, man. I really do. I'm proud of the team we got, man. I love all the dudes on the label. We all, we get around each other, bro. Curt, you've been around us, bro. It's like there's not no pressure to be doper than each other, bro. We're just family. We want each other to win. We love watching each other on stage. We come out during each other's sets and jump around and hype each other up, even if we ain't on the song. Like it's just a positive family, man. And
It definitely is. You guys took that Left Foot show where things kind of could have been
right,
drastically falling apart. And bro, y'all rock that. Breadwin, I will say this about Breadwin. I have never seen anybody with a stage presence like Breadwin. He's crystal clear on the mic.
Yep.
He performs. He's out there dancing, jumping around, and he don't even sound out of breath.
Mm-mm. He smokes it, dog. Breadwin, there is nobody in country rap that raps the way Breadwin DeVille does. He is Midwest and West Coast influence, dog. And he is one of them khakis with a cuff and a crease wearing motherfuckers that's just been listening to rap. He don't really do that. I'm just talking about rap.
I know, bro. He's a poet.
And he skip. And when he hits the track, he skips. You could go back and listen to that. What's that one they did? Smokey Bear. I'm Smokey Bear. I'm gonna mess up tonight. When he comes in on that, it's like I keep it fresh, like cook up. Like all that. Always got a good. He always skip. I call it skipping. He like skips through the beat all the time.
Yeah, he's like hopping, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's like, man, there's an artist. I almost keep wanting to say DMX.
Where y'all going? Hang on one second, Curt. I'm sorry. Where y'all going?
You're good.
For what?
I have to get dessert to take to Katrina's.
Bring me something back. All right, see y'all. Say what now, DMX, Curt? I'm sorry.
I gotta learn that. I'm gonna give you a tip. See how she just opened that door?
Yeah.
Your light improved tremendously. I gotta figure out.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Open the door a little bit and look at the screen. You'll be like, no way. Mine's bad too. I found out. Cass was telling me more light is good light. Look at that, crystal clear.
Yep. You can see all my unkempt facial hair now, bro.
Well, you remember you said you were having a problem with the lighting in your studio the one time you were getting frustrated. That's what it probably opened the door.
Gotcha. Damn, I'm dumb, bro. I could have been doing that.
No, but DMX is what I was saying. I almost want to say Breadwin's got like that DMX feel. Like Breadwin's got his sound is, you're right. Nobody is rapping like that. Nobody's got that feeling of.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Curt. What?
No, you're good. Nobody's music's doing that where he's like pulling his emotions into his voice while still talk about something positive. If that makes sense.
Bro, Breadwin, in the past couple years, me, Breadwin, Ryan, Crown, Dolph, all of us, Jeff, we've all kind of pushed each other out of our comfort zone with this stuff to try and do different things. And it ain't like we didn't, consciously make that decision. Hey, I'm going to push each other to do different stuff. But when we're on tracks together, it's competition. We try to do this and that and try to hit the beat different. And so we're all doing different shit. And Breadwin started getting louder on tracks and things and doing different shit vocally than I've heard him do in the past. And it's fire, bro. He's like really expanding what he's done on the mic that I've heard since I've been around probably 8-9 years at this point now.
Yeah, what's really dope is I kind of know Florida Dolph's. Now I don't know the whole backstory about him, but I know that he wasn't a rapper coming into when he met y'all. Like he enjoyed rap, but I knew that he wasn't like, I'm a rapper. I'm rapping, making music all the time. I know it was something that you guys kind of influence him to push him to get outside his comfort zone.
That's more Ryan and them can
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
I met Dolph. I know that he was the first time I ever met Dolph. I was on a video chat with Ryan, and Dolph was in the studio recording, I think paying Target for some studio session time. And that's when I first met him. So yeah, Dolph's a dope dude, man. Dolph, shout out to Dolph. And man, I just really like this camp, bro. We all get on each other's nerves sometimes, piss each other off, but we love each other at the end of the day, and we're gonna keep putting out stuff together, you know what I mean?
It's like a Sandlot baseball team, bro. For real. That's what my reference was. You guys needed another third baseman. The third baseman, we need a third baseman. The ball keeps getting Dolph, come here. You're playing third. And everybody kind of comfort this dude in with open arms. He's on songs, he's in the videos, he's hype man. And it's cool to see that. And yes, everybody, a family is gonna have ups, downs, lefts, rights, bumps in the road. People are gonna, you know what I mean? And it is what it is. But that if you don't have that, I don't want to ride with you. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at that. I want somebody that's been through some things in their life. I don't want these perfect angels. That ain't what my life's about. I want to listen to music about that.
Messing up. Tell me when I'm doing something wrong. Tell me when I'm being inconsiderate. Tell me when I'm not working enough. Tell me all that shit. Because if you don't tell me that stuff and it builds up inside you, then we're gonna end up having a problem. And so we're good about getting things on the table with each other. Like, hey, this is what's going on. I don't like this. We need to figure out a way to fix this. This is what's happening. We need to do something different. But man, we're all adults and we're all just working towards a dream, man. So.
And it's dope, man. Collectively, I feel like you guys have one of the biggest platforms. Like if you take everybody and group y'all together and make you one social media, you could do some damage.
Yeah, man, I just want to fuck it. I'll tell you what screwed us, Curt, recently on this release. When that Trailer Made compilation came out, there was so many artists on it that when you do that, it's listed on Spotify as various artists.
Mm-hmm.
So when that happens, you don't get the new notifications sent out to all your followers. So whereas we were going to attach Jeff McCool and Hard Target and Dirty as the artists because they have the biggest Spotify followings and things like that, so we could get those followers direct notification of
oh, I see it. Just
it's various artists, bro. It's not attached to shit. So, I mean, I don't know how bad that hurt us, but I know it didn't help us. You know what I mean? So, it's just you just got to do things. It's just trial and error, bro, and just putting shit out and trying to figure out how to get it in the most hands as possible or the most ears.
Man, that's crazy. I didn't think of it like that. So it's almost better off. You can't when you have 8 people, 9 people, you can't make a 9. Well, see, I feel like that's why Coca did something that's important.
Yeah.
That various track thing is important too. But look, Coca had to put the whole thing under his name, right? So you would essentially have to label it Hard Target Moccasin Creek and just let it run.
Well, they said we did try to do that. That basically, though, without getting into all this shit, because I don't really know, but we probably needed to create a Spotify just for Trailer Made Records and release these companies.
Oh, yeah, through there. Yeah, that's stupid, though, bro. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard.
Why is there a 3 limit thing anyway? If there's 8 people on this, I know why they're doing it, though, because they don't want everybody spamming 20 different accounts. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like let's say, for instance, I'm just going to name somebody, Post Malone again. Let's say you get Post Malone on one track on your 15-song album. Then you list as Post Malone as an artist on your album and have it fall under his name. You know what I mean? So they're probably trying to limit how much you can kind of, I don't know, spam.
Oh, how you could push it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, because you could reach it a lot further than they intended to be reached. Yeah, right. I get it. Yeah, it's a control thing. You're right.
Control thing, I think. Yep.
Huh.
But so, I mean, we know for next time now, because we're going to continue to put out these compilation things. This is going to be, I'm hoping we can do one every 6 months, maybe 2 a year, maybe, I don't know. It just depends on how quick we get the tracks knocked out and a couple videos and things. But we want to keep that going. And so we might have to do a trailer made Spotify for it.
Yeah, that's bro. I'm telling you, the songs you guys make. The cool thing about it is you make hype music, but you also have a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? You have nobody. That's the cool thing about Trailer Made is you can't pocket. It's not just sad country rap, or it's
Right.
not just hardcore country rap, or it's not just. To be honest with you, sometimes the music Target makes, I'm like, yo, this dude just literally wakes up in the morning and says, I'm doing what I want today.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like it's way different than, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that.
No, dude, Ryan's one of the best songwriters I've ever been around in my life. Matter of fact, I've only been around a handful of people I would put in the category with Ryan. That Joker can take a slow track and make an emotional song, and then turn around and make some white boy crazy, I'm gonna shoot my stepdad track or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I mean. How do you? But that's a talent. That's why I say, how do you do that? Because it's not something that you wake up and go, oh, I'm gonna be a country rapper. I'm gonna do just what Hard Target's done. No, it's not.
no, yeah, right, exactly. I'll tell you something funny. That song "Window Seat," we already talked about that. Like, I was at his house and he was going through beats, and that one came up, and I was walking out of the room, and he'd already switched to another beat, and I stuck my head back in. I was like, play that shit again. And he played that beat. Now he started actually singing. He started actually saying, I will give you the window seat to the beat. I will give you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And bro, we probably knocked that song out, no shit, in 30 minutes at his house in his studio. We just, and that's the type of shit that I like to do writing too, man. If I don't get a beat or a track that speaks to me and pushes me in a direction, I don't want to force write anything. I just want to have fun and do some shit that I'm enjoying doing.
Right. No, I feel that. I feel like you have to do that. You can't. I remember buddies sitting there rapping on the block, just with their phones out, rapping to whatever. You know what I mean? Like we would come through, we'd all be in the car. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just rapping. He'd be skipping beats. He'd be looking for something. That's the way it should be. And with the social media platforms that there are, why not share everything you decide to try?
Right. That's why I'm thinking I need to get and do these verses, put one out a week. I'm just gonna have to make some shit happen, man. I'm gonna have to make time for this shit this year. But
even a day a week, a day every 2 weeks, people start getting that. I want to see Cympleman rap today. Oh, he'll be on Thursday. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, it's Tuesday. Blind Fury's on. Oh, it's Thursday. Like he's creating, and there's plenty of other people that do it too. But that's my example. He's creating suspense to see something. You know what I'm saying? Like people just want to watch something.
yeah, and it's routine, so it's easy. People like that routine, man.
Well, look where you spoke. You spoke on how that when you're autistic, you kind of need the same routine. It's not just autism, ADHD, bipolar. People live by routine.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they do.
Human. Huh.
Yeah, man, 100%.
What are you eating, Doug? I heard you're getting some treats brought back.
I just told her to bring me something back. I don't even know where they're going, bro. To be honest with you, I'm so sick of eating in this town, man. You know what I mean? Like, bro, there's only like a couple little spots that I even care to get anything from and eat anymore. I'm done with all the Firehouse subs, the Burger Kings and shit, man. I'm done with it. I feel like I've already had everything on that menu and I'm done. Yesterday it was heartbreaking for me, bro. Let me tell you. I went and got the spicy tenders at Popeyes, and they were out of the blackened ranch, bro.
No way.
Do you eat?
What that was put you down? No, I don't. We don't got a Popeyes anywhere near here. I ain't ate Popeyes in years.
Bro, the blackened ranch was gone, man. That's the whole reason I drove there.
No, I don't. Look,
It
it's
was like,
weird.
huh?
This is weird to me because you could probably relate to this. When I was younger, I didn't really get McDonald's all the time because it was the most expensive thing that you could get. I felt like, or Popeyes. My mom's like, no, I'm not going and spending $4 on a chicken sandwich when I could get you chicken sandwiches from Publix. Now, if I want to go make chili, I spent almost $100 to make some chili the other night. I'm like, yo, we could have went to Wendy's.
Bro, I make some it's a seafood chowder type of thing with the creamer and all that shit in it, the half and half stuff,
Yep.
and shrimp damn man, why can't I think of nothing? Probably because I'm drinking. Damn what's that? What's the shit called? The little circular
Scallops.
scallops, yeah.
Yeah.
Shrimp and scallops and all that in it, man. And that shit is like $120 something to buy all that, bro. By the time you're done, and it's like you make like 7 or 8 little bowls of soup out of it. Like, this is bullshit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why it's confusing to me. When I was growing up, it was like we're getting food at the grocery store. It's way cheaper. Now I'm like, no, let's go grab fast food. It's way cheaper than hitting the grocery store. It's weird, dude. In a grocery store, you got to get swords. You got to put vest on. People are running into you. The old women are, I hate to say this, but they can't go fast enough, dude. They're slow enough.
Coming down, bro. Get out of the veggies, bro. Get out of there.
I can't stand when I see them. I used to have to go to Publix all the time after work. I'd go in there and it would be the same lady. Today she's buying coffee. Yesterday she bought milk. She's buying bananas now.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on? Can't you get all this yesterday?
Old ladies do that, bro, because they've been married to the same crabby old man for 70 years, dude. So every day she might be in there on Wednesday and just getting coffee, and she knows, she's like, I need to get some eggplants tomorrow, but that's going to be my excuse to leave his ass at the house.
Yeah.
Come up here. I'm going to get them eggplants. I know I need them, but I'm not going to be around Henry all day. I'm going to go.
Right. I'm getting out. When Cass had that shoulder surgery and I had to cook dinner every night, I was going to the Publix and peeping these people.
Yeah. And then they get a couple scratch offs. You know what I mean? They go through and get a couple scratch offs and they don't let Henry know about it.
That was my grandfather. He would scratch them at 7-Eleven out front and get caught by the neighbors. He'd be like, Ron's up there buying scratch offs again. My grandma's like, what?
Neighbors was dry snitching on him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Needed to move, bro.
Mm-hmm. No, but see, that was the way of bro, I wish old school would come back.
Yeah, man. Well, I just feel like now everybody's so worried about how they're perceived even more, man. It was like, actually, dude, I'll quote some of the Trailer Maze shit. Dirty and Jeff McCool got a song on that compilation called Back Then or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And got a line on there where he's like, it was easy back then. You could tease me back then. We were cheesy back then. You know, kind of as stupid as that, you know, that's just a little quick bar or whatever, but that's so true. Like, we could cut up. There was none of this politically correct. Like, you could say whatever to each other. We said some way offensive shit to each other. You just had to deal with it, you know? And it feels like it was a way better place. I sound like an old. This is how our parents sounded growing up, bro. Like, none of these kids know what's going on, man.
It makes sense though. It really does. But it's work. I feel like I'm sure your mom and your people said to you, hey, I hope you get this 10 times worse. When you get older and you become a dad, I hope you get it tenfold. Well, we did. Look at the economy. Look at the world.
Look at all this dumbass shit we got. Bro, you can't even man, that's crazy, dude. The social standards you have to have and the things that they take. People are identifying as cake and cats.
I know.
Told me recently they're putting litter boxes in schools for kids. Have you heard this, bro?
Yeah. My son tells me, what do they call them, furries or something? I'm like, no way. They call them furries.
Furries for kids. Little kids are pooping in litter boxes.
In school, they got freaking ears on and tails. Yes, bro.
Bro, you know, I'm not with bullying and none of that shit, but some of them kids need to get,
they're creating bullies. How can you look, bro? When I was in 3rd grade, I went to Disney World and I thought this Tigger shirt was awesome. I thought that this Tigger shirt that I had It was Tigger on the front, and he was jumping, and on the back there was a tail, but it wasn't a real tail. It was like a printed tail, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever because I got it from Disney, right? I wore this thing probably like 2 or 3 days in a row. It was clean. I went home, I had it washed, I brought it back. My third grade teacher, I never forget it. She pulled me to the side. Miss Graham, she said, "Curtis, honey, you might want to change the shirt." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Well, we're in third grade now." Bro, if that would have happened nowadays, she would have been on the news. Miss Graham would have been canceled. She would have been done for. Sometimes you got to have an opinion on what you're doing to understand that you can't just walk around this world acting like a fool.
Yeah.
You can't do it because you're influencing other people that don't. Like, look at our youth. Like, look at music when you were growing up. You can't listen to Tupac. You can't listen to Tupac. I understand why the parents said that because as a child, you
Right.
don't truly grasp what they're speaking on. You don't
Right.
really truly get it. The same goes for allowing people to dress like cats and come to elementary school, bro. My daughter does not need to believe it's okay to act like a cat in public.
I
You know
can't
what I'm saying?
I can't even really fathom that that's a real thing. The fact that if
It doesn't make no sense.
this is what I want to see. I want to see a video of the mothers and the fathers explaining why this is acceptable for their kids. I want to see those people. Actually, they're probably the ones to blame. They are the ones to blame because you can't blame the damn kid.
Bro, tell me this. Tell me this. What would these parents do, though? Check this out. If I set a trap and I caught their child in the trap and I took their child to the freaking Humane Society and had it spayed and neutered, depending on, because I believe in the cat spaying and neutering thing, that what would happen then?
Hey,
it ain't no cat. You can't spay it. Well, I got to call this thing a cat.
We actually talked about this at work the other day, and this kid's, I'm just going to say it, man. I don't care what people think about me. This kid said, "So what if another kid in there identifies as a dog and the cat gets done going in the litter box and the dog comes in there and eats it like my dog does?" Like, what?
Hey, it's got to be accepted. That's what dogs do, bro.
Bro.
Yep.
Oh, that's acceptable, man. You got to accept it. Maybe some of these kids will identify as a person with a decent head on their shoulders. Maybe we can start doing that. We're worried about so much of this other garbage ass crap. It's like everybody wants to push the envelope to say, you can't tell me I can't do that. You know what I mean? That's all it is anymore. It's a game of you can't tell me I'm wrong. That's what it is.
It's it's a yes or a no. Like that is so it's a team. You're either picking this or that. That's how it'll always be. But people nowadays want to spend so much time trying to push what they don't believe in. That's my problem. If I truly believe that this is what I like, I'll give an example. If I'm a fan of these people over here, it's okay to be a fan of people over here too. And
Right.
tell people that.
Right.
People are afraid to say that. They want to be over here and say, here, I support this side and only this side. And fuck them over there. They're scumbags. And then slide in the comments and troll and mess around and try to and that's what the community has become. That's what life is outside of music. If you race cars, that's what's going to happen. If you play football, that's what's going to happen. If you play baseball. So rather than communities building and shutting that down within the community, they just spread it. It is what it. I mean, it's a nature of a human.
Well,
dude.
it keeps us all divided and having things to argue about, and that's the big picture.
We lost you there for a second. Cympleman down. Cympleman down. Loading. There you go. You're back.
Yeah, I think we all know this anyway. It just keeps us divided so we don't worry about where our tax money goes, you know?
Well, you got to think, bro, a community united at what we believe as Americans. If you really believe as an American that we're this big, well, a community this big eventually is going to get this big. So they want us to believe that we're not a community united, but we really are. And in all reality, like if you went outside right now and your neighbor's house was getting broken into, 90% of the people that are, I mean, I don't know if I'd say 90%, but a large amount of people would figure something out. Whether
Right.
they go inside and call 911 in a corner and say, yo, they're breaking in next door, something would happen.
Well, how many times on a weekly basis when you're out somewhere, if you do something nice for somebody like hold a door or something, do you ask them on the way in, hey, are you Democrat or Republican? You, you
It doesn't
don't.
make sense.
We don't
No.
go strangers. You hardly ever even. The only way you know what somebody's affiliated with is when they show up to rallies or whatever. Anyway, because everybody's who they are and who they hate in the privacy of their own home, and
Yep.
that's the way it is. But I will say this: when they go out in public, I feel like majority of people do the right thing and help each other no matter what. But
Right.
when you watch enough of this shit on the media and the news and everything, it makes you feel like no one is out for the common good. Everyone's divided. This is, it's just,
Bro,
it's,
when we were growing up, well, I'm 35. So when I was younger, you know who Sunset Sam is? She was a dolphin that was at Clearwater Beach that beached herself, rubbed her eye out, and they put her in the tank.
I don't remember that, but go
Okay,
ahead.
so back then, like I remember when I was growing up, the news would have, when I was younger, 12, 11, 10, whatever, the news would have more positive things in it than negative things. And
Right.
I had a baseball coach, bro, Coach Bob. I said, Bob, he was a cop. He was a canine cop. I said, how come everything that you do isn't in the news? He said, well, if we told you everything that was in the news, the world would be crazy. Everybody would live in fear. Everybody would be persuaded to think that people are all bad. I'm like, really? Now look at what you got, bro. You got literally every crime that's committed. Look at that guy Takeoff that was just killed.
Yeah.
Before the police got to fully dissect what happened in the video, YouTube and who knows where else had it done.
Yep.
That's crazy, bro. I mean, holy crap. That's good because at least you know you're gonna get justice to whatever happens to you later on. But yo, let the people do what they gotta do first.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. I don't know. And here's the thing about it, dude. We could talk about this for 2 or 3 days, I'm sure. But
Oh, yeah.
the thing that's scary about it all is everything's just getting faster, and we're getting to where you can't say you don't like something or you don't want to do something or you're like COVID's a prime example. If you said you didn't want to have a mask on during that time, you were getting locked up, or you're
Yeah.
or you're a writer, or you're crazy, or you're not out for the common good of the public. Like, no, I just don't believe that I needed a mask. Not to say being for or against it. I'm just saying that's a social standard that got put on us and forced on us. And instantly, because enough people in the media said we needed to adjust to that, everyone ate it up as the truth. Everyone believed that this is what's going on. Science is backing it up. This is what's going on. Let's all do this right now because they told us to. And it's just getting rapider, more and more. We're having changes happen and freedoms are going. And all it's going to take is something like that again. Like, what's the next thing in a couple years? Like, everyone drive your personal vehicle up here to this PETA camp. We have to all be sent. I'm not.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. How long has the internet been around though? What, 20, 30 years maybe now?
25 years, maybe 20. I don't know, something like that.
And we'll say prior to COVID, there was what, 10 years of like, we'll say social media manipulation that had started to take hold of social media.
Yeah.
I believe that COVID was literally an experiment to see how many people are going to believe in it and how many people are not going to believe in it.
I do too, but listen, COVID was real.
Yeah, it was real.
I caught the shit, and I
Me
felt.
too.
Here's the thing that got me, Curt, because I was on the side of I don't believe this, I don't think it's real, whatever. Then I lost my sense of taste and smell.
Yep.
When I did that, and I was like, okay, this is a little more than flu. Then I knew this was different. But I do think it was an engineered thing. Man, this is a whole nother.
Bro, how long? You've never felt? I've never felt that way in my life. When that hit me, because I know exactly what you're talking about. My smell and my taste are still not right. Years later, like a year and a half later, bro, whatever that was, my whole 30, whatever, 2 years, 3 years of existence at that time, I never felt like that.
Me
I
neither.
felt
Yeah, I felt tired. Well, here, see if you had this happen to you, because this happened to me. The thing that screwed me up was my smell was gone, and then when I started drinking water, water tasted metallic.
oh yeah,
In roof or something. It was that screwed me up. When I had that, I was like, okay, this is some real shit. I apologize, Dr. Fauci. This is real.
yeah.
They wore a mask. But anyway, though, it was real and it was bad and it hit me hard. It did not get me to a point where you're saying, like, I have my taste and smell back, and it only really had me down hard for like a day and a half. But still, I'm on the side of, if I don't want to wear a mask because of the shit, I shouldn't have to. You know
Well,
what I
that's what I'm saying. Maybe 100% it was real. It was a cracked out thing that happened. Some life, the path of life, bacteria created it. But my point is, what they did, they weaponized it, and they
Right.
took advantage of that said
Yeah.
thing to say, okay, let's see how many people we can make believe that all these things are happening, and they're going to side over here and wear a mask.
Well,
They
listen,
knew that it was going to happen regardless.
I'm gonna say this, and you know what? I don't give a shit, man. I'm giving people who I am. If people don't like this, I don't care anyway. You can call me a nut job or whatever, bro. But all right, let's think about this. COVID wiped out a lot of the population, and I don't know. People can fact check me. I'm sure some idiot will put a comment under here that I'm wrong about this or whatever. But I think that a lot of the people it got were elderly, correct?
Mhm.
A lot of elderly weren't able to deal with it, right? Okay. If I'm a government organization and I want to create something quickly that moves through the population and eradicates a certain amount of people, why would I not go ahead and peel off the people that are benefiting from Medicaid and retirement and Social Security?
They've been screaming Social Security is going to be gone eventually.
And go ahead and eliminate that paycheck, bro.
Yep.
Why wouldn't I go ahead and knock that out? And then I don't have to pay. I mean, call that crazy if you want to, but I mean,
I believe that, bro. I also looked at it this way. If you remember correctly, they kept creating pockets of divide. Like first it was old people, then
Right.
it was anybody with an ethnic background.
Yep.
Then it was Chinese people.
Yep.
And then it was ethnic background. Then these college kids are partying way too hard and they're getting everybody exposed.
Yep.
Then it was middle-aged white people.
Yep.
Like they were literally creating all of us to stay away from each other.
That was one of the craziest period. And the thing is, it's going to get swept under the rug and not talked about, because we only talk about stuff that's in the media. You know, we only talk about that. Like the COVID is hardly even brought up anymore. But that was one of the craziest year to 2 years. Think about all of this too, man. Think about the kids that were high school athletes or whatever that didn't get to play their senior year. How many talented kids do you think that cost athletic scholarships to? How many kids didn't get a good senior year with senior parties with their friends and hangouts, and some of their situations were like drive-through ceremonies and shit? Like that screwed some kids' lives up, their memories, their
Forever.
yeah, forever, bro. That's it.
Yep.
So
It's sad. It's sad, dog. It really is.
yeah. But anyway, homie, I think I'm gonna go in here and get ready and for them to bring something in to eat.
Bet, man. I appreciate you coming up, dog. It's been fun chopping it up with you.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. Do we have to do it again, man, Curt? Like I said again, dog, I appreciate you, the service you providing and getting our stuff out there, man. And
you want to play a little teaser of your that track you're gonna play before you go out too?
I don't know how the audio is gonna do on here, but look, bro, this is straight like 1998. Hard Target's got a verse on here too. None of this is fully mixed yet. Tell me if you can hear this first. All right.
All right. Bet.
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Zero is the number of the fucks I get. I stayed dope last week. I think I broke my rib. Either I'ma die or I'ma come up big. I ain't got one motherfucking life to live. They ain't got nothing on the shit I spit. I don't take time off and I don't know how to quit. I brought the trailer park.
white boy shit.
Person lurking in rappers, no one's Curt. You got they faces like the Joker surgeon. I got kids captivated. They listen in the smile. You got kids captive. Sweet down on Epstein. Oh, bitch. Hang yourself from your ceiling fan. Dressed up like Peter Pan. Let nobody give a damn. Instagram or feel it, fam. Just do it for the life. Yo, the judge is okay. You know you ruining your life. Motherfucker, I'm the scam with the earth. I ain't flipping some birds. A hard target. Put a gun in my heart. Monkey bars, y'all chips. Can't hang it back. I'm King Kong, a rock, red, a silverback, and black. And anyone listen to this rugged path that I'm climbing and self-destructing like infected fucking gadgets assignments. I'm the last of the ghosts. These rappers are ghosts. They cheating on a pop quiz. Bitch, act like you know. 0 is the number of the fucks I did. Ain't no last week. I think I broke my ribs. Either I'ma die or I'ma come up big. I only got one motherfucking life to live. They ain't got nothing on the shit I spit. They don't take time off and I don't know how to quit. I throw this trailer park with me. We gon' rock this bitch. I think it's safe to say I'm on my white boy shit.
Ah, damn.
Hey, is that dirty on the? Is that dirty?
Nah, man, that was me doing some yelling shit.
No, on the very front side of that. Who did the hook to that?
I did.
That's you?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds dope, bro. I like that.
What's crazy though, bro, is that hang on, man. I'm gonna get this other one up and fast forward because Hard Target did some stupid shit on this. I was actually thinking about getting dirty to do that hook. And then I heard it, I played it back, and I was like, man, I don't really mind how I sound on there. So
Yeah, that sounds good.
dirty, bro. Nah, I may still end up getting dirty to do it because he's a screamo white boy. He's got that crazy shit. Let me see if I can find. Is this the one Ryan did a verse? God damn, I suck. Can you hear it decent, Curt, or not?
Oh yeah, it sounds good.
I might get Pawpaw Fresh. What's good, bro? You want to remix this?
Yeah, Pawpaw said let me remix that.
Mr. Fresh, I hope you're having a good year so far, bro. That's an awesome dude, man. Him and JC are dope as hell, man. You know, they came and hung out down here, and we shot that video.
Twerking at the hoedown?
No, damn. What's the name of the song I did with them? Lay It Down.
Okay.
Lay It Down. Damn, Curt. I think I look at life, bro. I can't find this shit.
Oh, you're good, bro. Take your time. Do what you got to do. No pressure.
Is this it? No. God, Ryan, when you send me emails, why don't you just label them the name of the song, bro?
It just says file. Whatever, huh?
Well, he'll send you shit sometimes. It'll be like, I can't say it's not politically correct, but it'll be like, you know, you never know what the file name will be.
Yeah, you never know what the label will be.
Actually, bro, here, I'm going to preview some of this other stuff real quick. This is another one off my album. You want to just do a couple of these real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, run them.
You won't get flagged for copyright for this. It ain't out yet.
Yeah, you're good, dog.
This was called Model Citizen. I need to shoot a funny video for this, I think. Come on.
Some days I get so shameless when I drink. Some days wish I was nameless. Let me be. My mama thinks I'm famous cause I go sing in front of drunken assholes just like me. I'm a model citizen. Don't do a lot of listening. I'm a model citizen. Tell your sister bring some friends. I'm a model citizen. If it's like I'm breaking in, I'm a model citizen. Don't ask me if I'm drunk again. I'm a model citizen. I'm gonna be a rapper. Not gonna grab me a brand new car and a chauffeur. I'm hungover. Cause I'm the hotel staff. Cause the motherfucking breakfast over that punk ass manager ain't stopping nothing sweet. Cause I ain't done throwing this bit. And when I'm leaving, I gotta stop stay on. Then I walk all over that shit and the wall one minute. I'm gonna myself, check cats at the side. You butt down, move on. Take the chicken thigh tag and the river I tag. Just swallow and let a rap glue on. I'm confused though. I know I told my name, but I keep up with a dumbass cat. So I'ma put a little antifreeze over these sardines, and we gon' see if she have a format. It's so shameless when I dream. Some days wish I was nameless, let me be. My mama thinks I'm famous cause I go sing in front of drunken assholes just like me. I'm a citizen.
What you think, Curt?
Bro, that's fire. I love your energy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real. When I first heard you, I didn't know. I was unsure because I heard the lyrical talent, but the beat didn't fit. I felt like the beat didn't fit. Well, then I heard I think Double Wide was one of the ones that I originally was like, yo, this man is just out here doing his thing. He can rap. He's from the country. Not you don't have to be from the country. You understand the country. You understand the city. You understand life as an artist.
I appreciate that, dog. Actually, Double Wide is one of my favorite ones ever, bro. The beat and everything, just the vibe. And actually, I wrote that and recorded that at Hard Target's house. I think he was the one mumbling Double Wide. I think he was the one, like, Ryan, I guess I need to give him some credit, man, because he's always, when the beat, like, he's always the initial idea. He was like, double wide. Wide. We just went with that. That was another one that came together quick.
I think people,
Jimmy, he ain't lying. Me and him do have, bro, this guy, I don't know how many of y'all have listened to his tracks, but you need to because, dude, Jimmy's got some of the biggest sounding hooks that I've heard, especially in this genre, in this lane. Like, he's crazy good, and we got one on the way.
Bro, Jimmy was locked in. I seen in the video to the Country Rap Symphony. I was paying attention. His headset was falling off his head, and my dog didn't even care. I was waiting for him to try to reach up to adjust it. It's just crazy. Like I feel like it's important for people, like you just said right there. You shouted out SMG Jimmy. I feel like that's important that other artists see the support from other artists. I feel like the confidence level builds when that happens.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you guys push each other to be better.
Listen, it's like this. This is how I feel about this whole thing. Like, there's people that are at the very top of this genre, and they got there through hard work, and God love them and God bless them. But I think that we could all, like, people get caught up with protecting their image so much sometimes, I think, right. And they realize that, like, bro, there's enough money and love to go around. You don't have to, like, just because you do a song with somebody doesn't mean you have to agree with everything about that person. Just do a dope track with somebody.
Make music.
Yeah, I mean, so I think people get too worried about, and I can understand that, though. I can play devil's advocate for myself. I can understand protecting what you built and all that, and not want to compromise your brand. I get all those sides of that, but I also think that sometimes there's a little too much of that. You know what I mean?
I agree, but see, at the same time, like you could be perceived as somebody that would do that though, because you're sheltered from your social media. So there are probably plenty of artists that would be okay with working with smaller artists that don't allow themselves to see it on social media like others do, and that makes it look a little bit
stand out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, man, maybe he just don't want to fuck with me. Like, he just ain't, oh, he followed me, but he won't answer me. Well, you don't check those requests.
Right.
I think it's perception. I feel like
it can be, because honestly, at the end of the day, we don't really even fucking know each other a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like, where do we see each other on here promoting different shit and saying different things and all that? But I mean,
at the end of the day, yeah,
unless you catch up to somebody on the road or stop and have that conversation. Like, if you don't have an extended amount of time with somebody, you don't know who they are. And are you really going to get to know somebody in a day or two anyway at a show? Like, that ain't, so everybody's like, I think everybody's kind of reserved with that type of shit, which I can understand. So, I mean, but whatever. I just think that this genre is so small. Like, why are we not trying to push each other to a next level. You know what I mean?
Right. But then at the same time, I understand this. So, like, check this out. What if behind closed doors, the person that doesn't understand they want this support is getting all the support they could imagine? It's just not out on Front Street.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's always the thing too. But yeah, I mean,
It's different, bro. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but all you can do is try.
yeah, and I think that with me, what burns me up, I guess, is like you said before, the years of work that you put into this. It is a chip on my shoulder about knowing that I'm good enough to make it to any level that anybody is. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree.
That's a fire that burns in me and may burn if I may be 84 years old doing rap verses.
That's what a winner should do, bro. That's why I respect you though, because a lot of people are afraid to have that fight in them. A lot of people are afraid to just fucking claw and push and if you're going this way, I'm gonna pull the other way because I'm a winner and I'm gonna pull myself out of this, whatever. People are afraid to admit that. They're afraid to do that, and you don't care. You're like, I'll make this song. That's why I liked when you and Target made the Chase Matthews thing. I thought that was dope. I thought that was brilliant, bro. You gotta speak who you are. You gotta do what you want to do. You can't let nobody stop that.
That felt like to me, and honestly, I probably didn't have no business sticking my nose in any of that shit anyway. But that just felt like to me when I was looking at that, like us right now, Trailer Made, us all working, we're all boys, we're all grinding it out together, and like this dude Church gave that man like a golden road to walk down here, and like pulled him up out of like. Motherfucker, you know how many? That was like he opened up a Willy Wonka chocolate bar and got the golden ticket there to do have Church push him and all this. And I don't know any of the side story with that, so that's why I say like I don't know if I even needed to put my 2 cents in, but
yeah, you did, bro. What's the difference of that and a reaction? A reaction channel reacting to Ryan talking about it, or you making a rap to it that was, you know what I mean? Hey, bro, I feel like that goes back to speaking how you feel.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of how I looked at it too. Like, this is how I see it. I'm gonna call a spade. So it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like it, say something about it, you know?
Yeah, facts, dog. That's facts.
Rap about, all this shit. He kind of said some tough guy rap shit on one of them songs. So like, okay, well, if you rap, then rap.
Well, what's crazy to me is people like that whole argument. They liked to get into that argument, right? Well, why not have some entertainment that's actually entertainment into it? Make a song about it that's enjoyable to listen to, that you can listen to any day of the week and it's still enjoyable. And then try to go back 6 months from now and watch a live from somebody talking about that situation. That's a no-brainer which one you're going to be able to watch.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
So you're making more of a stamp on like a timestamp on that calendar of what happened, when it happened, how it happened, and you do it in 3 minutes.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much. Yep. Pretty much, Kurt. That's what, you know what I mean? Also, man, like I'm a rapper, so I was actually I had time and I just saw the shit and was like, I'm just gonna fucking write some bars about this shit.
Hey, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what rappers do.
Word. What you doing today? How's your New Year's been so far, man?
Bro, it's crazy, Cass. She's they swabbed her for flu just now. They swabbed her for COVID. She was sick coming into the new year. She hurt her shoulder Friday, got sick Friday night. Has been sick since. And here we are Monday. I mean, it's been good. It's been it's testing me early, dog.
Yeah. Maybe that means this will be the best year of your life then, bro. You might go ahead and get all that out of the way first. And then she don't have COVID then, I guess. They swabbed her, right? And nothing.
I don't know yet. I guess, the hospital, they're going to take 2 hours to look at one test. It's over there. We'll be back in a little bit. It's over there. We'll be back. Oh, wait a minute. It disintegrated into solution. We got to start over.
The doctor's at lunch. The doctor's taking a nap.
Yeah. Hold on. He's got a dentist appointment.
Yeah. The doctor's watching an episode of Friends on Netflix. When he's done, we'll be in here with you.
Yeah. Oh, wait. His Netflix is down. Spectrum's on the way. They'll be back. They'll be back on. Bro, when we had our daughter, oh my gosh. I never had a kid before, right? Never had no experience with anybody having a kid. Well, now I'm watching a C-section. So I'm prepping. They're all telling me I ain't gonna be able to handle it because I don't like blood. I'm prepping. I get to the hospital at 5 o'clock in the morning. They suit me up. They say, "Oh no, hold on, take that suit off." After 20 minutes of waiting in this suit, take that suit off. They got another surgery. All right, no big deal. These babies are important. I don't want no baby getting harmed during the time my child's supposed to be born. All right, whatever. All right, 2 hours go by. All right, get in the suit again. I get in the suit again. I'm waiting in the suit. They come in and say, "Hey, we got an emergency C-section. Take the suit off." I'm like, "No way. No way." So now, 7 hours later, they come in and they say, "Hey, put that suit on." And I'm to the point now where I'm like, "Fuck this suit. I don't need the suit. This is, you're joking with me." Dude, I put, before I could get that thing all the way closed up, they're like, "Come on, come on." They're cutting it right now. I'm like, "Yo, what the hell, man? Y'all been playing me around for 7.5 hours here. And
Hey,
now it's time to really go. And I don't believe you."
bro, they did with Sarah. You ever heard of and I'd never heard of this shit. You ever heard of a peanut pillow for when they're getting in contractions? It's an inflatable thing. They call it the peanut. You ever heard of that?
No, what they lay with when they're pregnant, she just used a body pillow.
That's kind of the same thing. And they made her contractions were spiking and they turned, and bro, I was on the phone with Ryan, actually, Hard Target, and I was telling him, like Sarah's getting ready to have a baby. And bro, they turned around to me and were like, "Hey, she's going now." And it had been like you're saying, like hours of nothing.
Just
And then,
playing games, basically. Do-da-doing. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
bro, I got to get off the phone with you. He was like, "Yeah, is she about to have one?" I was like, "No, she's having it now."
Oh, that's great, dude. Man, I'm glad I don't have to do that. I'm glad that's never an option that I could give birth. That's one thing that I don't understand about these people wanting to be women is how could you want that?
bro, they should have to pass about 5 kidney stones. They need to make that that thing hard as hell to be a woman. Like, we'll
You
see.
got to pass kidney stones. They got to give you kidney stones. Bro, medical science has got to know a way to give you a kidney stone. You got to pass like a 19 millimeter or whatever, a zero, however big, the biggest kidney stone they can get. You got to pass that sucker.
Yeah. You got to pass a kidney stone while you are bleeding and having menstrual cramping.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, dude. Oh, man. That would change a lot of people's mind.
Yeah, it would, bro. It would.
They said, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
100% that would change people's mind, dog.
Whew.
But I don't even want to think about it, bro. I don't want to get into
Yeah. We're good. But I'm just saying, dog. I'm so happy. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. That's the only thing I'm ever proud of my dad for. He taught me how to fish. He made sure I was the correct gender, I guess you could say, politically correct, my correct gender. But I believe I wanted to be my whole life.
Yeah, man.
You got to have a dream, dog, I guess. And people just, they pick that dream. I don't know. I don't have those types of dreams and ambitions. I got different plans.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't knock anybody. I hope everybody's happy, whatever their happiness and truth is that they need to find in this lifetime. I hope they do it, bro. I don't really care, man. There was a point in my life where I was so what's the word where you don't something phobic, you're anti, not necessarily anti-gay, but you're like what's the word when you're
homophobic?
Yeah, there was a time in my life where they probably could identify me as that. Just because, like, growing up in South Georgia, man, all that type of stuff,
it's different. You don't see it, yeah.
Like, there's no like middle ground for that, especially like in the 90s. We're talking about, dude. Like, that shit was as politically incorrect as you can get. But now, man, I don't care what people do in their personal life. I don't care. Like, I can cut up with gay people, whatever. I don't care, man. Just do whatever you do. Just don't like don't be roofing me or nothing.
Yeah. No, I feel that, bro.
I don't care about that, man. Go have fun, whatever. I mean,
I just feel like that's how it should be anyway. But I feel like they make such a big deal. Not they. I don't mean anybody in particular, but we got whole weeks and months dedicated to it. Like it should just be okay. Like that's all it should be.
It's
call it a day.
Dude, if they need a whole month dedicated to it, that's fine. Now, if we start getting into like, if people start coming around and saying like, "Hey, you fixing to wear this rainbow flag hat and shirt and matching shoes for the entire month, the March or something. Then I might have something to say about that, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can agree with that.
Like, I'm not fixing to be doing all that shit. But if it's whatever it is, man, whatever people's got to do to find happiness in this lifetime, good for them. I wish them the best, man. Just you know, just don't be trying to harm me and my family or anything like that, bro. And you can just have fun, man. Whatever y'all
Yeah, do whatever you want. Yeah, party it up, man. Do your thing. Yeah, I agree, Doug. I'm with you 100%. To be honest with you,
but if you invite me, I might not be there. But I mean, you know,
bro, I'm a people watcher. I'm a people watcher. So to me, the more the community is just outrageous with it, the more interaction I have when I'm sitting there watching people walk around through Disney and the park and Walmart and Kmart. If everybody's all straight shooters, man, this world would be boring, bro. We need people out of control, though.
That's true, man. And I don't care either, man. And people can be wild and do their own little expression thing or whatever. But I mean, just don't think that I'm. Hey, you ever watch Bill Burr?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, you just like Bill Burr said, like when he was leaving the gym one day with his wife, he said he saw two men making out, and he looked over, and his like natural response was just to go like, ugh. And his wife was like, "What's wrong with you? Why would you say that? Why would you make like?
What do you mean? What's wrong with me?
To make that noise?" He's like, "What did you want me to do? Start cheering him on? Like, hey, run your fingers through his chest hair." Like,
yeah,
like, that's kind of how I feel about it, bro. Like,
I agree.
Do whatever, but I'm good over here. Like, you don't gotta, you know.
Yeah, I'm not cheering you on, and I'm sure, like, obviously, look, if you didn't like, this is a better example for how I feel about it. If you're the Packers, and I'm a fan of the Packers, and I see a Bucks fan, I'm gonna go, oh, a Bucks fan.
Right,
but, So you expect me to be like, oh, hey, woohoo, we got Bucks fans in the house. I got Green Bay tatted on my arm, but I'm a Bucks fan, baby. No, get the hell out of here. I'm gonna go, ugh. Just like that guy, they walking past them two grown men kids. Ugh.
This is great. This is a great interview, Kurt, because I think we've talked about government conspiracy and gay bashed and everything, bro.
Yeah, bro, but to be honest with you, it's not really bashing. It's an opinion one, and it's good for you. It's good for you and me both for people to really understand that, like, when you make music and you talk about stuff like this, though, that's truly how you feel. Like, people don't understand. People think that because you wear a mask, like I'll give you an example. If you get spotted with a mask on and somebody says, "Oh, I seen Cympleman wearing a mask." Well, yeah, because we just explained to you that you didn't wear a mask. You're going to get told you couldn't go in there, this, that, or the other. The man explained to you that he's about his family. Obviously, if he's got to go to work and wear a mask, guess what he's going to have on? He'll have a mask on. At the end of the day, you have to understand where a person comes from mentally as a person to understand anything about what they're saying about.
You're right. You're right about that, bro. You're right. And I did have to wear one for quite some time there at work. That's just the way it is. So,
but you didn't wear it at the restaurant if you didn't have to. I bet you were the first person hanging that thing off your ear going, "It's itching my nose, my face, my beard. It's messing with my mustache."
I truly hated that shit. And I probably hated it for a reason that most didn't. I hated it because I didn't have but like one or two comfortable masks. And it pulled my ears. Like, look at this hat. See that World Series of Poker hat?
Yeah.
I play a lot of cards down there in Jacksonville too at like Best Bet. And they would make you wear these masks. And these masks were tight. And after you sit there for like 3 hours and play cards, it starts hurting your fucking ears, man.
I know it feels like it's pulling them off. But then at the same time, I devil's advocate for myself. And I'm like, man, I'm being a bitch. Because that pulling on my ears ain't shit compared to some of the things I put myself through on a regular basis.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I hate annoying little shit like that, man.
Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. And on top of that, dude, it's like if it showed some proof, like I feel and it sucks to say this, but if I feel like if people's eyes started bleeding and shit because they didn't have a mask on, I'd put a mask on. If I went walking through Walmart, I never seen, my biggest problem with COVID is I'm a visual type of person, and I never seen anybody taking their last breath. There's TikToks and YouTubes and Instagrams, and nobody was on there in the hospital go, and that was the end. No, I didn't visually see anything. So let me catch somebody walking through Publix without a mask on with bleeding eyeballs I got 8 masks on, a face shield, sunglasses on, and I might have a bubble suit. And there's a very good possibility I'm only there to get food because we're about to starve.
Yeah, I think you're talking about some damn 25 days later scenario, bro. You're talking about the zombie apocalypse. You're going up in Winn-Dixie and shooting a couple zombies in the throat to get some
Show me something, bro. Show me somebody sneezing out green slime or something. Show me something that this thing was doing to people for not wearing that mask, bro. You're telling me all these people are dying and morgues are piling up and all these people are going missing, but where are they going missing from?
Right.
If anything, bro, we got nobody to work in the restaurants. That's what was weird to me. Everybody's dying and all the restaurants have no workers. Well, were we kidnapping restaurant workers, bro? What were we doing here?
Oh, yeah, bro. They kidnapped the restaurant workers and they took them to a special lab in Iowa and they injected them with a different strand of COVID. And so then they put them back in there just to see if they were nice to people that came in or not.
Yeah. That makes more sense, kind of. Because they all left and we all got COVID and everybody died, but nobody could serve you. We got one server today. Sorry, we're short staffed. Well, where'd they go? I don't know. They went back to school. Well, what about the summertime? Oh, even slower. I don't get it, dude. Population of restaurant workers gone.
Yeah, that COVID shit was just crazy. That shit was all nuts. The whole damn world changed. The whole world changed.
Yeah, for craziness, dude. Now there's like they still got the rules. This is what I feel like. The rules that they had were still in, like, they're still there. They're just not really there, if that makes sense. If you do something stupid, they could say, well, we need you to be 6 feet back because of COVID. They can always pull that card now. I've heard them do it.
Right. Yeah. What was crazy to me was I saw this thing somebody posted where it was like lines to an ATM and they had little squares taped off and the squares were 6 feet in front of you taped off. But then the lane right beside you was like 2 feet away.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're right next to you, like the fucking disease can't travel horizontal.
Sideways, only vertically. Yeah, it's a vertical disease only. And my daughter's school said, hey, it's COVID season. I'm like, what? What do you mean it's COVID season? Oh, yeah, it's COVID season. COVID's popping right now.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, dog. Well, listen, bro. I know you're about to go. Man, where did they go? Did they go to make the desserts?
They're supposed to be back here in a minute. I got a text from her a second ago saying they're almost here. So
I done destroyed your whole dessert time, dog. My bad.
Are you good? I'm getting hungry as hell, though. I hope they brought something good back.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that, bro. I eat Wendy's an awful lot at work because there ain't nothing to eat in Hudson, Florida. And man, I'm getting that Wendy's belly. I see why Dave was a little plump.
I hear you, bro. Wendy's got to be one of the best fast food burgers, though, bro. It's like it's real beef there. I like that shit.
And it's quick. They're quick. And I can get the chicken nuggets. I get some ghost pepper ranch. I got fries. I can upsize my drink, get the lemonade. It's perfect. And it's what, $6? Come on.
Yeah, can't beat it.
No.
Hey, bro, I do appreciate this very much. Then we done talked over this 2 hours and 12 G. We've been on here for a while, man. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, we had a lot of love in the chat, bro. They were sharing your link, and hopefully people go check your music out. And let me know when you get new stuff coming out, bro. I'll put it on here. I'll put a little teaser. I'll make a little video or something.
I'm gonna let you know right before the album drops, and we'll do another quick 20-minute interview thing again, and I'll discuss the tracks with you on here and all that, man.
All right, but make sure anybody in the chat, man, share it. If you can share it on a social media, share this. Let people come watch it.
Right now, if anybody's still in the chat right now, y'all want to share something that'll help me?
Yeah, there's like 30 people in here.
Go on my TikTok or my Instagram and get on that Jelly Roll Son of a Sinner verse that I just did and go tag Jelly in it and go share that thing, man. I don't know if you're supposed to tag Jelly or not, but I've seen people saying to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm telling anybody that runs across mine to do it. So go share it, like it, and comment on that, man. And go follow me on all them platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that shit, man. And Curt, dog, again, man, I'm proud of you for sticking to what you said you was going to do, and you making a good name for yourself. You providing a good service, and we appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, dog. Thank you for coming up, man. And you're welcome anytime up here, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, brother. Happy New Year to you.
You too, big dog.
All right, man. Later.
Well, there you have it. Simple man. Rebel Reacts, appreciate you, Jamie. Appreciate you. Scuba Sam. Chopped and Skin. Hey, if you guys got any you guys got any questions on where to find him, let me know in the comments on the video when it posts, and I'll go through and direct you. Everybody needs to take some time out and listen to the whole Trailer Made compilation album that just dropped. It's on Apple Music. It's hold on. It's all over. Let me see here. Man, I need to go get some sinus medication. Hold on real quick. Is welcome. I ain't gonna lie, when he said that about it, it's hard to find it. Because I can't remember if it's welcome to, like the number 2 trailer park, or if it's TO. No way. I wonder if I search. So when you go on, like for Apple Music, welcome to the trailer park, nothing pops up. Ah, I see. And then if you go to Hard Target, it appears on. I don't see it on there either. No way. Yeah, that's crazy. I might have it downloaded. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. It's 2. It's the number 2. Welcome to the TRAYLOR park. There. There it is. Of course, it ain't going to focus, but anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for stopping by. Remember, go check out Cympleman. Make sure you hit that like button, share it if you don't mind. And remember, be nice to one another.